Hi, Internet! Welcome back to the stream. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's doing well. Today is going to be the usual Runeterra stuff. Thanks everyone who stopped by yesterday for the tournament planning event. But today we're just going to take view requests and stick around in Eternal Ranked is the current plan. I was thinking about peddlers again, because I'm always kind of low-key thinking about peddlers. And I remember that I built a Caitlyn auction deck a long time ago in order to get Shurima strikes available for Caitlyn. I think it was actually before the new peddler was released. So I actually didn't benefit off of the advantage of having the flash bomb peddler available with spells. So I'm going to remake it now and actually see if I can count down the landmark to get all of the focus speed spells in time for the Flash Bomb Peddler to actually see them. That's the dream. At least we'll see how it actually goes. How big are you? +4, +4. We want that other landmark, or not landmark, the other, words. The other fucking spell. Or the equipment, rather. I can speak words today! But I have the day off tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to actually getting a little more time to do stuff. Mainly work on planning the tournament a little bit, and also planning the community event that we've got going on the 25th here. Clockwork Curator, Mana Refill, Pharaoh's, Not Inspired Plans, Mystic Shot is here. We want to be able for the Caitlyn to do stuff, so a lot of it's just gonna be the Caitlyn trying to do stuff. Okie dokie. We don't need quick attack, otherwise Tirada would probably be better than it is in this kind of scenario. 1 or 2 veteran investigators, I think, is probably not too bad. There's an hourglass, Chamber of Renewal. Chamber is actually kind of funny in the context of this deck, but it's coming down exactly when the auction or the Caitlyn should be coming down instead. So I don't actually know if that one's very good for us in general. Hothead is funny, but I don't actually know if it's going to help out too much. Built over Peacemakers are useful. Regular peddlers, I actually think I'm going to ignore them. I don't know if we need them necessarily. I think a couple of Swinging Glaives are an include for sure, and then we just need all the strikes that we can potentially get our grubby little hands on here. The mana distribution is a lot to be desired, but that's okay. Aloof Travelers, it's Aloof Travelers. Let me now look up... Ooh, Rite of Negation, yes. Strike. There's a counter spell. I'm gonna run the counter spell. None of this. Grappling Hook. There we go. And also probably a Siphoning Strike or 2. Couple of those would be good. We might want something bigger at the top end that's beyond Aloof Travelers. In that case, Vicar and Bruiser or something like that would probably suffice, to be honest, because it itself can become chonk. It is a 5 mana 5/5. It's okay as it is. You probably don't need Telstones though. Advanced Intel, now that it draws, this is also just like especially better. I think so. Let's try this. I think I need to fit in one more card that's like a spice card. I need one more spice card here. Could put I mean, we could also just up it to 3 of something else. We could do Shurima Tellstones. I always don't like doing this, but Ruthless Predator and Spirit Fire are also like not useless. So maybe we put that in instead of Piltover, because I like the ability to just find spells with any of the Tellstones. So we'll see. Maybe that'll do something. What one's this one? I'm just gonna call it a classic, because in my mind, it is absolutely 100% a classic. Caitlyn will do things. Caitlyn will be able to do things. I promise. 100%. Also just want to briefly touch on the fact that we did put up 2 deck building conditions to a vote up in the Discord. So it looks like currently the one that I mentioned before, Singleton, is in the lead, but if you don't like the idea of Singleton, you would prefer something like only building with cards above 5 mana, including 5 mana, then you can go vote for that in the announcements channel. We have a few more right now for the Singleton 100 card commander style deck, but who knows if that will actually remain the case. One Caitlyn is great, maybe an Akshan. Okay, Flashbomb Peddler into Piltover Peacemaker and Grappling Hook is at least half the skeleton of what I'm looking for here, so I'll take it. Mono Vlad. I expect this is a Scargrounds deck. My 3 of Grappling Hook is definitely making itself known and is very present here, for sure. Very present. Quicksand, fantastic. That's okay. That's not, I'm not gonna hit it. Well, actually, my Piltover Peacemakers, my Flash Bombs are gonna get completely screwed by that deck if I do it wrong, which is a little unfortunate. They totally could have gotten in a couple of points of damage there. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't. Troll Chant is a card. We're gonna have to be careful of that. Deals 1 to the enemy nexus, though it will not actually kill my Caitlyn per se. And there's no Scar. Okay, there's the Scarground. But that means that there's no Troll Chant available at the moment. Do you really want to punch that? Yeah, I don't think you really want me to punch that. You want me to actually let the Flash Bombs do their thing slowly but surely as I suicide into the Scargrounds deck. The game understands sometimes what I'm trying to do, and it's just like, fuck you in particular. Sometimes it's just like, fuck you in particular. I think Sting Officer into something if they cast a small unit. That's unfortunately like not a small unit, so that does kind of suck. Let's just get our engine going, question mark? So that's not gonna do much. It's only gonna be 2 damage. That is gonna be more damage for sure. But we could block with the Caitlyn so that 1 probably dies. I think that's the answer here. If they bother to attack, which they don't, because they're afraid, and they know that that is a fact that is true. Unfortunate. I mean, maybe slightly fortunate. They're not getting in damage when they could be sneaking in a lot of damage here. I also would block the Caitlyn with the 0-5 in that case, but okie dokie. 8 free damage so far. Am I complaining? I guess I'm complaining a little bit because I'm confused. But that's mostly it. Yeah, I don't want to do this because we might hit something that hurts us, but fuck it, we have to do something eventually. There's a time trick. There's a flash bomb on those things. That's fine. I mean, it's not necessarily the most fine, but I'll fucking deal with it. Let's do time trick into... Ooh, advanced intel is not exactly what I'm looking for, but it does draw us a card, so we might as well take that. It's also another burst spell. We're up to a slightly respectable number of flash bombs, but I don't think enough. Mystic shots are good, though. If we can get them down to 8 HP, that's already progress, and if we can keep our Caitlyn alive and finally get something, that would be helpful, only they top-decked absolutely nothing. Which is, like, kind of impressive. It's kind of impressive how much nothing that they just ran into there. That's gonna hit my damn Nexus for a damage if we run into it. That's not gonna hit for anything in particular extra. So that's fine. I think we'll just take the 5. We could Hourglass something to save it from the other damage that's occurring, but I think we just try and shoot that down potentially. Will be hard to actually get it down, though. Let's do it anyway. They might somehow be able to buff it. We also have other things. I think let's just wait and see what they do. Because there's always a chance that there are more concentrated spells on the top 8 now, because they didn't pull any last turn, so there's a chance that they pop 2 on something. Which will bring it down to 1, which means I won't have to burn a Mystic Shot and something else in order to get around it. It is a Dead Aloof Travelers, though. Now, there's an argument I should have saved it with the Hourglass and then just used or held the mana. Burned less mana that way, actually. So maybe that was a better choice. 8 flash bombs on 12 HP Nexus. I really need my Caitlyn to actually survive this shit. Which is just not doing at the moment, unfortunately. We do have to kill some stuff for sure. That's 4 of 5. I can't force them to draw at the moment. So I think we just go with this and then hope that their board somehow dies to stuff. I could Absolver the 5/2 down, which is going to be progress. Because we have Absolver in hand now. I think we dump a Grappling Hook and put in another swinging glaive potentially, because this is balanced completely wrong. That's balanced completely wrong here. Let's get that frostbite thing, I think, out of the way. There's not much that we can hit here, but we can hit that at least for some damage and then cast the Cult Over Peacemaker. Our Flash One Peddler is surviving. We've got Quicksand to deal with the 3/8, so I don't think we're dead next turn, but we are taking it probably at least 3 damage to face. That's an Inner Beast, fair enough. Down to 7/2. You have a stance swap, but that's uncastable. Let's try this. They might have a Troll Chant after this, which would suck for us for sure.
Here's my calling card.
Okay. Do you have that Troll Chant? Because if they have the Troll Chant, we're obviously going to be in a lot of trouble. But if we can level the Caitlyn off of 16 flash bombs and then hit the Vrenna with it, that's going to be a hefty amount of Nexus damage right there. That's the dream. It also needs to proc this turn, which it may not, in fact, proc. That's 3. 3's an okay number. 3's an okay number. We can shoot down the 4-1 or we can just face, depending on what the Caitlyn looks like here. You proc what, 3? So that's 3 damage to face. We have another Caitlyn. So we can also just kill the 4-1 with one of these and then hold Quicksand open for something else, which I think is probably alright. That is a Disintegrate. That's the weirdest way I've ever seen the proc of Disintegrate guaranteed. They went in so hard. Okay, that's fine. Sure, whatever. Are you gonna ping it now? Are you gonna do like a... Are you doing a Ram Stance here? Because Ram Stance would make sense. Because then everything takes damage. If that's just so that I block poorly, then that also kind of sucks. Yeah, so... That's the Caitlyn gone. We still have the Quicksand. We have the second Caitlyn. I cannot Caitlyn, unfortunately, which really sucks, because doing all 3 at once would be hilarious. I think we just kind of sacrifice the old one and then recast, and then shoot that down in the process. We do lose the 2-1, though. Can we survive the rest? So we go down extremely low if we Quicksand, but we do have an interaction after this, so we can recast the other one, still get that damage, and also have a blocker. Okay, so it's not dying, and they can also recast that. We have the Caitlyn in hand.
I cannot be broken.
So let's just get that down, and then hope that Quicksand is enough to somehow prevent the damage from occurring. So we can turn that into a 4/7, or we can shut something else down. They're not going for the stance swap here, so that's the maximum damage block. That's 9 damage coming in. I think we're dead, actually. Well, no, if we can stop the overwhelm from happening on the 4/7, then we are probably fine. Boop, and boop. Block there. Still did -3 because it still gets the buff. Damn it! It put us against the fucking counter for this. There's so few counters to flash bombs, and yet the game managed to find us the one mono Vlad player in existence. The one mono Vlad player. Unfortunate. Let's try that again. I was gonna edit the equipment to grappling hook ratio. Honestly, it might need to be 3 of each. It might need to be 3 of each, and I drop something else. Instead, we might be able to drop... I don't think we need the Tellstones, actually. I think let's focus more and drop the Tellstones. Because the situations in which Spiritfire and or Ruthless Predator are winning me a game are probably slim, considering its build. That's just a Nivea Tryndamere. Okie dokie. Glaive and Sting Officer are here, so that's actually pretty good. Costs a lot for what it does. It's not bad. It's actually surprisingly useful, I think, but I don't like it. It's mostly there as a maybe, but primarily Ruthless Predator is better. We're on to here. Do you have boars and stuff? They probably have things like boars. I think I'm still gonna Sting Officer. They might drain it. They might kill it. They do not kill it immediately. I mean, if we can trigger flash bombs, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, unless you're versus aggro. It looks like Eternal, at least down here, is not particularly aggro-driven, which is nice. Caitlin into the glaive. Boop.
News from the Undercity shift, Detective Zane?
It's all in the report.
Okay,
Sheriff.
they can kill it
Pay off
immediately.
nicely.
That's vengeance mana, which kind of sucks. But hopefully they don't even think about using it. Hopefully they don't have it. It's just not available at all. Right, team? That's an Omen Hawk. That's not a vengeance, so I'll take it. I will definitely take that. Lock in with the bird. Thank you very much.
Laying the groundwork.
There's a Vaults of Helia! That's actually a lot fancier than I expected. That's a lot fancier than I expected. Let's get a Flash Bomb Peddler out. Let's give it tough, I guess. Boop. Come on, 5-4. Do your thing! 6, I really hate it. That's 4 on that. Well, their little 0-3 is dead. I guess that's exciting. There's a chicken already, which is not really what I'm looking for here. Definitely not really looking for the auto chicken. They don't attack with that, I don't think. Or if they do, it'd be a very strange attack, to be honest. Because then I can also just Mystic Shot their shit. Yeah, they don't really attack into that. That makes sense. There's that, but we can kill the egg. They can kill the egg. At least they don't have multiple Anivias walking into this next scenario. Let's go, I think, relatively all out here. We could do Verkar and Bruiser and Sting Officer. I don't really think we're super concerned
Securing the perimeter.
at this point about running into too much removal. I don't know if they want to remove that board because they're reliant on Helia to actually get them more things, is my expectation here. Is if I can kill all their chickens and they have a limited number of the other thing, then we're fine, hypothetically. Let's do Spell Shield. Fuck yeah, no more Ruination targeting my Caitlyn off the bat, for sure. Let me... I could kill the chicken and then try to get all of the flash bombs to hit the chicken in the future. That would be kind of risky, but also not the worst. There's 13 flash bombs in the top of the deck here. I think I might try and kill Anivia.
The answer's there. You'll find
Let's
it.
just hit Anivia. That's 17? 15, plus the 2. Winter's Touch is fine. Drawing is... or not drawing. They don't have Enlightenment. What am I saying? They're not drawing a card there. But they are getting some ramp for sure. That's past the turn. 17. So the flash bombs trigger after they summon everything, which is kind of funny. We do hit a chicken. We do level the Caitlyn.
Practice, as they say, makes perfect.
They're almost enlightened, right? They're 2 away, actually. So unless they have a ramp spell this very turn, they might not actually get to get another chicken. So that's good. The Vaults of Helia will also try and kill the Invasive Hydrovine if they've got it. It will now prefer the Tryndamere, of course, but that's fine. We can strike down, honestly, kind of whatever we want here for a lot of damage. So I think let's go ahead and do that and then take out the other Anivia. It's an 8-4. Honestly, I'm just gonna buff this. The Tryndamere is not going to kill us. The Tryndamere is not going to kill me. So we see a bunch of spells happen, or it sees a bunch of spells happen. We might end up killing Tryndamere with the flash bombs anyway. We're up to 19 on 27 cards. So that dies, that goes away. The Tryndamere comes in, we don't care about that. We also do not care about the Avaros and Hearthguard so much because we can buff Caitlyn afterwards. I'm surprised they're going for that, to be honest. They have no buffs, they have no mana. I'm confused as to why they're doing that. Okay, fair enough. Let's buff this again. Quick attack already has, let's give it the Overwhelm. Let's do this. Buff it again. Let's give it... Are they enlightened? They're not enlightened. So we could also just take the chicken and then win. Potentially. It might also just be a chicken win. That would be fantastic. I am gonna do this just so that we can get the spell out for our 2 peddlers there. Blast the Sting Officer. 33 flash bombs on 27 cards. Honestly, pretty great. Pretty great. Kill chicken, please. And, oh, I mean, that doesn't matter really, but fine. I don't think we're gonna be hitting, what would that need to be, 10? I don't think we're gonna hit 10 on that, but maybe. Who knows? Ledros is summoned, though. Rite of Negation. Okie dokie. Let's do an open attack here. Pull Ledros and try to deal lethal damage. They can block a small unit, and that's all they can do. Caitlyn has Spell Shield, and we can Rite of Negation anything that they might try to do after that with the spells to get around it. Yay, Rite of Negation. I feel completely justified adding that one copy of a spell, one copy of a counter spell now. Fuck yeah. Take my mana gems. I do not care. They could drain one of the 2-1s and get themselves into a better scenario. That is an atrocity that matters absolutely not at all. They're just killing their own thing to take extra damage. Fantastic. Caitlyn to the rescue!
Another criminal caught, another case closed.
I wonder what Ledros would be like in criminal court. I feel like he'd just growl at everybody and then take a limb off, you know? That's the whole testimony. It's just on the stand, rips an arm off of some folks, and then leaves. Azurum? Hekazir. That's fine. Give me a spell or an equipment. That's 2 options. Technically, he makes stuff. Technically, he does count as a grappling hook. It's not quite what I wanted, but all right. What's your mastery on anything? 4? 4 currently? 3. Exactly 8 on the Hecarim. They've gotten a few more Azir's level than Hecarims. How dare? How dare you do this? That's the Bark Beast. I'm going to ignore your little 1/1 until it's dangerous into 3/3. Because I will be doing that pretty soon, unfortunately. Quicksand. Probably helpful, hypothetically. Let's get this landmark a tickin'. That's a Soul Shepherd. That is a problem. That 2/3 is a problem. Unfucking fortunate. There's a quicksand. I need fewer quicksands and more other things, but alright, that's fine, I guess. Thank you for the striking, I suppose. That's gonna be a 3/3 Bark Beast. Noted and understood.
Wrap 'em up tight.
Let's block the 1/3 there. Or with the 1/3. I could Absolver just to get a proc and potentially kill something, but that feels like a giant waste. So we're not necessarily gonna do that. I do not like being at this HP, but here we are. Here we are indeed. Grappling hook. Can I do anything with that? Not yet. Not super easily. Not with the distribution of things that I have currently. Let's cast a Sting Officer. We're probably just going to cast the 2 costs back to back. And then maybe buff with the Absolver again. I would prefer not to, but hello, I'm up against Hecarim. I'm gonna die pretty soon. Juked! Here's that Akshan, baby. Let's do... I want to kill the Bark Beast. It doesn't really matter if I kill Bark Beast. I have no blockers with the Fearsome 4/2, which is a little bit of a concern. They probably don't sacrifice the 4/2 if I go with Akshan. But it might be worth to get the Flash Bomb, so fuck it, I'm gonna risk it. Whatever they block, we can just buff around. They saw me thinking about it, though, so they might be like, there's a buff. They might suspect Shapestone also. I don't run that, because it just seems less good now, but... yeah, they just got this. They just wanted me to strike. They knew. They knew. They felt it through the airwaves somehow that I would be pulling that. Alright, Bark Beast is not a terrible target. We do have a Vicaran Bruiser, which at least that will allow us extra targeting. I can't block the 4/2, that's fine. We're gonna go down a little bit more. I doubt that they have... I doubt that they have things like Atrocity. I think they're just gonna go for the Ephemeral Swarm. I could be very wrong about that, but that's what I'd be willing to bet currently. Hopefully we can start getting some grappling hooks next turn and also level the Warlord's Palace with the Flash Bomb Peddler on board. That's fine. That's a big target for you to spend a vengeance on. That isn't my option, so thank you. Renovation works for me. Let's see if we can't get a little more damage in here, and then do something with that. They have no reason to block. At least I don't think they have any reason to block. So, should just go straight on through. If that's a vengeance, I think we do actually spend the mana to counter it. It's because they're going to be completely out of resources at that point. And then I could absolve her and then hit it just to level the Warlord's Palace. I could also target that now and get the level depending on what they are doing. It looks like they're hovering Vengeance though. They have perfect mana for it, and they're debating whether or not it's worth killing because the landmark is at 2 anyway, is my assumption here.
Look at them shaking in their boots. Ha!
Is it? What is it? Oh, it is a vengeance! Fuck yeah, knew it. Fucking knew it. Let's kill that real quick, and then do I want to level it well before it hit while it's hitting? Honestly, kind of, yeah. Oh, but it's not gonna hit until it's a fuck it. Well, now this is fine. It'll count down 1. I almost fucked that up. I was like, oh, it'll count the targeting, but it won't count the second targeting because the auction isn't leveled yet. Because I'm stupid. And then we would also not have mana for the grappling hook anyway. So, there we go. There's the level. Here's the stuff. Now I can go to town. Hypothetically. That's 7 mana. I don't like the 7 mana. That's a sand crafter. Okay. Let's do this. I guess I could have also summoned a sandcrafter or the horsey, the ephemeral horsey, whatever that's called. How many flash bombs? A piddling amount. A piddling amount that's barely anything at all. So I think I'm gonna absolve her here and then grappling hook the 3/5 because they have 3 mana and they're not doing a lot with it, I imagine. Good. Get out of my neighborhood. Okay. Quicksand, Redeemed Prodigy is also fine. I don't super care. We are probably losing Peddler. Unless we target... because we can also just decrease... Ooh, no, that's actually quite big. 2-2. This is gonna be the last spell that the Peddler sees, probably. That's fine. -1. Should be fine.
Hug it out.
We could also just take that damage and call it a day. What are we up to? 6? I'm gonna risk this damage, actually. I should have just gone -4 if I was gonna do that. We only reduce the damage that we're taking to face by 1. Built over Peacemaker is useful for sure. Let's get this going again. We are not getting any swinging glaive procs, and I really need the glaive. The glaive never works out for some reason. I keep trying to run glaive decks, and it's just like, no. I refuse! Just like, why, glaive? Why do you refuse me this one little thing here? Why do you make it a pain in my asshole? I should have killed the 2-1 probably. We can actually survive a Bark Beast, but the 2-1's gonna give Hecarim loads of value, and now I am down a grappling hook strike combo if the Hecarim happens, because I used it on a Sandcrafter! I expected the Hecarim on 7, and then I saw the Sandcrafter, and I was like, it still does damage, so why don't we get rid of the 2? You're countering that, which is a strong... I would dare say a strong counter. It's a pretty aggressive counter to something that maybe you didn't need to get rid of, but that's okay. Absolutely nothing was top deck there, which kind of sucks. That is now a Withering Whale, which is unfortunate for sure. So they're looking for lethal. Can I do anything here? Yeah, we can absolve her both targets. We can absolve her both targets.
Fate is what I make.
If they have 2 of those things, then we're fucked. But right now, it looks like there aren't 2 of those things. So that's good. And we get an interaction here with the Sentinel's Horde. So let's go with this. We could go Font of Power. We could go Shield of the Sentinels. +2/+2 and Spell Shield is kind of nice. I think I'm still gonna go for the Font of Power, though. Grappling Hook and Advanced Intel. Yeah, we're gonna try and strike. Let's see, what do we want to try and strike down here? I think I'm gonna try and strike down that Soul Shepherd finally, because we also still have a draw spell in hand that will hopefully give us stuff.
Everyone should have a grappling hook.
Also, the 3/1 Peddler can now block things. That is fine. That's a swinging glaive. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So it's a bunch of 2/1s, which is dangerous, but not death. We have the quicksand to deal with other things. Let's just cast a Sing Officer for blocking purposes, and hopefully we can keep our Akshan alive. So most damage is coming from where? The 3/3, the series of 2/1s. We can block -1, -0, reduced by 2, and then kill the Akshan. I don't really want to kill the Akshan, so I might just go for the -4 and then try to take the damage. I think that's maybe the choice here. Don't love it, but we're saving.
Hey,
We're going only down to 4. Yeah, 4. I can take 4. I'm gonna go for 4. Kill the Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy does the least damage, though, at least on this attack. He will continue doing damage in the future, but for now, help. Just help. Just still a help, generally speaking. Also, he's probably gonna die soon, which is exciting. I have so many glaives for absolutely not. If they get a Hecarim, or a Zir would also be bad. You're destroying my landmark. That's rude. That's so rude. Anyway, let's go with the 5/2. What do you think of my 5/2? Yes, no, good shit, terrible. We got the landmark back. We can cast a Lucky Find. We are dead to the open attack, unfortunately. Unless I manifest a Mystic Shot. But we also need the Mystic Shot to kill the 2/1 before anything else happens. Please kill it! No! It hit the wrong target. It hit the wrong target. Completely hit the wrong target. God damn it. If it had killed the 2/1, we also would have still been dead to that stupid Desert's Wrath card, but we would have been, like, less dead to the stupid Desert's Wrath card. So that's exciting, for sure. Damn it! Damn it! Just honestly luck of the draw, I think.
They'll get their comeuppance soon enough.
I don't know if Desert's Wrath is better than other things. I think we was just a series of both of us drew very badly, but I didn't have a counter for Desert's Wrath. Desert's Wrath would have been the time when I actually would have been useful to have the fucking goddamn Spirit Fire card. Like, of course, the second we have a discussion about Spirit Fire, there's an opportunity for Spirit Fire to work, and it just doesn't happen. But that's okay. That's okay. Deep is probably not going to work very well. It's also, isn't it doing really well in the meta right now? Ugh. No, it's not Deep, it's Lurk. Lurk is doing very well in the meta right now again, which I really fucking hate Lurk with all of my being. It's not brain dead, but I feel like when I'm playing against it, it just feels like my opponent has the brain of a turd. It's just turd brain. I'm sure they look at my deck and they're like, also turd brain, but I'm the one piloting my decks, so clearly I'm superior. Okay, Flash Bomb Peddler, let's go. I have all the things that I want for my champions and none of my champions. Also doing great. They're gonna obliterate every single puff cap that I plant because they're getting rid of the top of their deck, and unlike mushrooms, it's not a uniform distribution, which kind of sucks. Also, they're roping me. I don't know why they're roping me, but they have decided to rope me, which is rude. Please give me something that isn't a Siphoning Strike. I will use a Siphoning Strike on a 2/1 if I have to, but luckily we top deck the man himself, and then I can not have Swinging Glaive. Then I can also not have other stuff. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Yeah, it's 2 damage. Who gives a shit? All right, let's do Akshan.
Scores to settle, cooks to kill. You know how it is.
Then we have an open attack? We at least go with the Akshan for sure. They're tossing really fast though, so I think we've lost. I think we've just lost from here because we don't have the Caitlyn combo in hand. That's an Absolver. I could actually try to Siphoning Strike something down here, which is hilarious. That does thin out their deck, unfortunately. I need to, like, what I need to do is I need to top deck Caitlyn. I need to plant so many bombs in the top top of the 10 cards of their deck that they cannot avoid her strike damage, and then hope that that's enough. It will not work out that neatly, but that's the dream. You want to do that? I'm gonna risk it. It's very unfortunate that I don't have another buff spell though, like that I can't absolve her on top of it, but it also fucking works somehow. Which is fine with me as a sea scarab, that's okay. Yeah, they don't really care is the problem. The problem is they don't give a shit what I'm doing. Siphoning Strike again. Okay, but if I Siphoning Strike them twice in a game, that will be very funny. That will be very funny. Why are they going with a 1-2? Do you have a buff for that shit? In Bilgewater? That's a hate spike. Also no. Yeah, also no. I'm holding on to my peddler. I like him. I like him a lot. He's gonna help you toss anyway, so I don't see why you're complaining about that. I'm literally killing your units for you. Why would you use that mana? Anyway, maybe they heard me talk about the second Siphoning Strike and they didn't want any of it. There's a Mirai Warden. Alright, that's fine. It generated the flight, which is hilarious. Advanced intel is a thing. We're just going to open attack? Fuck yeah, we're gonna open attack. I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's just go with the option. It matters in the fact that Scarab is going to be the bane of my existence for a hot minute. You really want that fucking peddler dead on arrival, huh? No. We're still gonna generate stuff. We're still letting that thing. We're still letting it happen. Okay, there. I'm not letting that die. It's gonna be around for a while. There's a Deadloom Wanderer tossing a few cards there. Soul Harvest is fine. Let's see if I can't kill Scarab here. Make a 6/6. That would be very funny. 8 flash bombs on 16 cards. They will be deep next turn, but we have planted a bunch at this point. Down to 8 on 15 cards. 6/6 Auction present. We did make them deep. This is gonna be hilarious. This is gonna be a funny end to the game, regardless of how it rounds out here. So there's the level.
One scoundrel at a time.
We makes the Horde. We makes a Nautilus player confused. We killed a lifesteal. Doesn't really matter, but good. That's great. Thanks. I guess. We can predict and then try to target. That's a 10-8, but we might also just be able to smack it out of the way, which I'm going to try and do. Swinging Glaive is here, as well as with another Peddler and the Grappling Hook. Honestly, I think I might just go with the Peddler. We unfortunately cannot cast it before. I would have to commit to the Absolver. Before I'd have to commit to the Absolver Grappling Hook, but we have it, and that's a 10-8. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna do it anyway, and then cast the second. Or no, we don't have the mana for it. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna kill their 10-8 real quick. Get 9 flash bombs on the deck. Hopefully, the 2/1 dies on the next open, and then we'll go on our merry way. That actually goes back in and shuffles, which is gonna be interesting. They don't have any unit mana, so we do have an open attack. The Auction will not be as buff, of course, but it's still a 7 power unit. So we're dealing 9 damage to face, unless we get more. We did just get a Caitlyn. I'm actually gonna do... Ooh, do we risk the Caitlyn? Because I have time to time trick and potentially find a strike of some kind with the Caitlyn. I think I'm just gonna open attack and then hope that the Caitlyn gets enough procs off of the flash bombs in the next 2 rounds to kill our opponent. I think that's the call. We have mana for advanced intel time trick and Caitlyn here. So if they cast Nautilus, we actually survive for another turn. I'm pretty sure. Let's do this.
Me, miss? Not by a long shot.
Yeah, because we would have ended up bashing the Caitlyn into, or the Auction into the Nautilus there. They have a Undergrowth, Toss 2, Drain 2. That's fine. Let's just cast Arbor spells while they're getting one of their fast speed spells down. We're gonna cast this third Peddler, which is hilarious, which means they're drawing a very good number of flash bombs a turn. Let's just pump it up to max here. There's a swinging glaive. There is another Caitlyn. I think I actually like backup Caitlyn here. How many is that's 15 flash bombs. We have another 7/7 in hand, or the Pilt over Peacemaker, but I think we're just gonna use it as the 7/7. Please pop a lot here. Oh, nothing! Absolutely nothing. Rude. Okay. Dot, deal 5 to everything. Does kill the other one, unfortunate, but we do hold our Caitlyn as a result. We can't quite bash into the Nautilus still, but we recast the 7/7 for sure. Heel Raker is a card that I forgot that I would need to anticipate, to be honest with you entirely. Nothing popped here, so let's get actually Bakar and Bruiser into Caitlyn. Hold some mana open. That is blockable. It's also, if it takes damage, it'll go down by 4, so it'll be a 13/5, which means we consume with all of our champions into it. That does summon Plate Worms. Fuck! Fuck! The Shipwreck Hoarder is winning them the game. As it's supposed to do, but also fuck off.
On the trail.
Damn it! If they didn't have all the stupid ocean cards, we'd actually be fine.
3 times over.
Damn! I don't have Quicksand open. I don't have Quicksand open. Fuck! And there's no shot at us killing them now. I needed Caitlyn to level and also for Nautilus to take way more damage than he actually did there. Damn it! Damn it! Got outdrawn. You got absolutely fucking outdrawn. All on one there. That's fine. Let's go again. That's a Mystic Shot. Maokai got tossed, which is the most expensive thing, which is, I guess, okay, but we're dead to the Nautilus currently on board. I can shoot something down. The only chance in which we have a shot here is if they somehow let me have an interaction with the Warlord's Horde on open, which they shouldn't let us do at all. Yeah. They shouldn't let us do that at all, unfortunately. Because we can reduce the power and the keywords on that one, but we can shoot that one down. But unfortunately, everything else is just slightly too much. Countering both of their attempts to kill my peddler didn't fucking work. I needed that Caitlyn level. I don't actually think the Caitlyn level would have done a ton to help us out, but the fact that it didn't hit with like 10 flash bombs on about the same number of cards, if not less, fucking frustrating! Ah! This is the joys of flash bombs. It's gambling for everybody. Everybody gets to gamble. Symmetric effects are fair and balanced. Yamato is running mono. What's his name? TF. Is that a Mirai deck? Because here's the thing, I've been sent Mirai decks that have those colors because you can soul cleave Mirai Great Mother for fancy fucking draws. Also, your mastery of TF is like 67k, which is a lot. Let's see, -1 to the knot, -1 to the fearsome, shoot the 3, you live 1 turn. -1 to the Nautilus, -1 to the fearsome. And shoot the 3/2. We would have been able to block. Yeah, we would have survived the turn. That's true. I don't think there was any particular top deck that would have saved me though. Because if the best case scenario, we draw the third version, the third Caitlyn. But it would also have had to deal 8 damage in a turn. And for them to have no removal in hand. They would require them to have a vengeance, but they also didn't... Did they cast... I think they only cast 1. Or they cast no vengeances so far, so they probably would have had removal as well. At that point, I was just kind of like, we're probably not going to get value out of trying to survive another turn, just because the only direct Nexus damage we have was a Mystic Shot, which is not going to kill them, and then also the, the Caitlyn, which would not have killed them, and also we would have had to strike with her at least once. Probably twice would have confirmed, assuming they top decked for us very well with like minimum 5. So at that point I was just kind of like, eh. Fair point though, I could have survived a turn. I just didn't see at the time the value in trying to survive. Welcome to the chat and the stream though. Hope you've been enjoying the content so far. That's what, 7? I really want to know if it's a My Great Mother deck. I really want to know if it's a Mirai. Is it a Mirai? No, that's not a Mirai card, unfortunate. I mean, also you're draining it. The wrong target considering we have a 2/1, so hopefully you don't have 2 of those or another Soul Harvest in hand. That's another Soul Harvest. Yeah, fair enough. We got the discounting. Give me damage. Is it just kind of like Control TF? I guess it's just kind of like Control TF. Which is like kind of boring, but alright. Let's plant. Get some draw. Caitlyn is here. Fucking fantastic. Don't have any good targets for grappling hook. I need to draw Swinging Glaive, and I just like somehow never draw Swinging Glaive. I don't know how. At least I don't draw it until like turn 6, which is not the optimal moment for sure. That's a draw 2. Ooh, yes, draw. Ooh, draw. Draw into danger. 2 on the 1/1. I really wish it couldn't stack. I really wish the flash bombs did not stack on the same unit, because I just don't think it's a particularly fair mechanic for what this deck tries to do. Or what the flash bombs try to do in general. Like, if it kills the unit, I think it should move on to the next target. Okay, that's fine. Because, like, mushroom clouds don't have that problem, obviously. This deck does, however, have that problem. I think let's still leave. I want to see what they have in hand. You have TF. Oh, we got rid of your TF. Fucking fantastic. Okay, I mean, we have a Mystic Shot for future copies of it anyway, but... 1 TF has been downed. That's only 1. Unfortunate. Could I get... Time Trick, I guess? We need something. Maybe you can find a glaive to put on Caitlyn. Please, anything! Anything that helps me out! Our opponent is having a good Thunkle. Oh, nope, they haven't concluded their Thunkle yet. They're going back to something else. What's that? It's a TF! I disagree! I disagree. Also, he's a 2/2, so at this point, Mr. Peddler Man is probably gonna do the job for us as well. So that's 2 TFs down. There's only 1 left in the deck. Hopefully their whole game plan grinds to a halt if they don't have that. Let's get a Caitlyn that's now leveled going. Thank you for drawing. Appreciate it. This is not the Scarground scenario. This is when I want them to take resources. Okay. Yeah, let's time trick here, I think. You only have 25 cards left. 7 cards in hand. What's your call? I guess they could have... That's not what I thought they would have, but okay. That's fair enough. People for Peacemakers. Let's skip all that. That's another Caitlyn. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take a bonus Caitlyn. So Drain 1 doesn't really do anything except trigger the Go Hard since they're at max HP anyway. So we still have an open attack. That's probably gonna die. I suspect that that's gonna die. Siphoning Strike is here. It didn't actually die. Unfortunate. But we can still just kind of go in. 7 damage. We're leveling Warlord's Palace this turn or the next turn for sure. They got 9 mana. We have a counter spell. So if they try to Vengeance something down after we hit with it, that's fine. Or if they try to Vengeance right the fuck now. They don't do it right the fuck now. They've also already used 1, which is fair. 9 cards. What is your win con other than TF? Is it Mirai? Or is it some kind of Ledro-y, Shadow Isles-y bull shenanigans? Because I would not be surprised if it was. I also would like you to have a unit at some point. I'm a little built around you having at least 1 unit eventually. So that's 2 Go Hards that they've cast. That is the 3rd Go Hard that they are casting. So looks like we'll have to be prepared for the last one. And then the clock resets. The Warlord's Palace will go down this turn. That's a toss 2 and draw 2, so they're hunting for it. They toss to pack your bags. Absolutely fantastic. Please play a unit. I know you want to desperately play a unit because I've triggered bombs. No, you don't want to. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Give me that. Thank you very kindly. There's a grappling hook. Try to target the Caitlyn and get some kind of strike going. So they have 12 mana. I'm concerned. I'm definitely concerned here. We do have another Caitlyn. I'm wondering if we can just let that Caitlyn go. We could always absolve her. I think I'm actually going to dissolve her defensively, or at least defensively through the Caitlyn purposes, and then see what they do. It's spending 2 mana to see if they want to risk another go, or cast their go hard, or cast another drain. Because I think that's their last Vile Feast, if I'm remembering the quantity of spiders correctly. So let's just deal with this. That's a Mystic Shot. There's a Glaive. I do like the Glaive, because then, guess what? She's not fucking nuked unless you have a Pack Your Bags. So yeah, we have Rite of Negation and Grappling Hook on this turn. Did we pop any Flash Bombs this turn? No, because we're getting kind of low because the Peddler died in the process of all of this shit. There is a Pack Your Bags, indeed, and we're just gonna say nope to that shit. Good, 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 good. I guess we could plant some more if we really wanted to. So there's a pick a card, putting something back, triggering the extra draw. We could go with the grappling hook. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn here. That's a 6-2. We lose Absolver. They draw 3 Flash Bombs, which is gonna be a lot of damage for them on the open attack. There's a Siphoning Strike. There's another one. Let's go for 12 damage here. We haven't used any of our Mystic Shots yet, so that's almost lethal, but they're probably, yeah, they're just gonna kill it. Which is fair and understandable. They can always re-equip the weapon. At least. Recast the Caitlyn. At this point, I think it might actually be worth shooting that down. Because I have to use these Siphoning Strikes at some capacity eventually. That's another pick a card. What are they hunting for? Because right now they're just kind of not doing anything. I'm worried. It doesn't make me feel less fear. I'm just confused. Okay, yeah. You hypothetically have a limited number of vengeances, and I'm also just gonna hit you in the face. So here we go. 4 damage. Take it. It's a Decimate. It's a Decimate that also buffs my stuff. You like it? I like it. I think it's pretty good. This is also one of those cases where it's very nice that the Flash Bomb activation is not contingent upon it hitting a body on the field. So I can just kind of exist now. Hopefully. Hopefully I am allowed to exist now. They're making more cards. Or they have more cards in the deck than we do currently at 23 instead of 21. So there's a toss 2 and draw 2 Pool Shark, and I have Nakangaboros. There's 2 and 2. I'm sad that I missed that for the strike, but that's okay. Let's give it tough, I guess? Probably not the most relevant. Again, we want Spell Shield. Yeah, that's 8 damage in the bank. I just can't use it right now. We do have the Siphoning Strike, though, so I'm not reliant on Grappling Hook actually doing anything, and Time Trick will at least help me with some of this. Let's see. Pool Shark is, again, whatever. Nowhere to be found. Thank you for the deck code, and welcome back in, by the way. Let's take Vakar and Bruiser. It's a body. Also, right now, if that's all they're gonna do, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Do they have, like, a Ruination or something, eventually? Something? Maybe? They have one more TF. We know that. They are going for the just sheer vengeance once more. Let's get Vakar and Bruiser on the field. I can glaive him and then double smack with that. I think let's actually distribute our damage, though. Let's make that a 4/4, and then that I just have it as a 5/5 that buffs. That's another fucking card. What is it? I forget the name. Pick a card. I was gonna be like, pick me. And I was like, that's not the word I'm looking for. That pick me is not the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so we're gonna open attack here.
Where you going?
I still don't know what their win condition is. Is it go hard? Is it just a go hard TF win condition? Because right now they're kind of short on all of that stuff. Also, there's only 1 TF remaining. That's the Marai Warden. That's the Reborn Grenadier! Oh, get fucked! Oh, get absolutely fucked! I maybe should have kept taken Fearsome there actually instead of the other thing. Whoops. Challenger. At this point, just trying to find things that are going to be useful. Yeah, it must be go hard, which means I'm just gonna keep hitting their units. I'm just gonna keep hitting their units until they go away. Which they're very close to going away. There's 12 cards remaining and only 7 HP, and we still have Mystic Shots and Auctions in the bank somewhere. So that's nice for us, for me personally. That is a pack your bags. They do finally get that pack your bags. Fair enough. Only does 5 damage. Can they cycle the Gohards fast enough to kill me in the meantime? They might actually be able to do that, which means even despite my ability to control the board versus the TF, we might still lose here, which kind of sucks. Let's take Fearsome. They do need to do it really, really fast though, and they've used a lot of their draws already. That's a go hard. Yeah, it's just go hard TF, but they've lost resources along the way. We could grappling hook. We still have an answer for... We still eventually have an answer for TF when he comes down, because he's not going to be leveled.
What do we got here?
So if we can protect this somehow and also assume that they can't get enough go-hards to kill us on the draw next turn because they haven't cast anything that draws them cards. They're not going to be getting extra cards. So it's just all dependent on do they have 3 go-hards in hand. They don't have 3 go-hards in hand. They do have a Quietus, but that's not killing my unit, which is kind of the key part at this point. I don't know if that's exactly what I wanted, but okay. Can we give it a little bit of a buff so it doesn't die instantly to something? That's great. Tough is great. Thank you. That's go hard is 1 damage only. I'll take it. I'll take it. Right now it's still not quite enough to kill, but it's slowly approaching it, but surely. That is a Nye of Nagakiboros. That's scary, but not the end of the world. Please don't have all the go hards that you're looking for. Yeah, at this point, let's just hit it with that. And then hopefully Vakaran and 2 Mystic Shots manifest a victory. That's a go hard. Okay, there's 1. Okay, did no damage. That's a salvage, but they've only cast 1 this turn. They tossed a go hard. Fantastic. 1 flash bomb triggers, doesn't really matter. They've got 9 cards left. They need to find the others. That's a ceaseless sentry. In the name of not actually dealing with them having damage, I think we're gonna do this. Absolver's probably our best top deck. I don't know if we have any more though. I don't actually think we have any more. Make It Rain has gotten thrown out the door. Here's a grappling hook. I found all my grappling hooks! And that's it! So we probably die to go hard at this point. I guess I can hit a unit. Eventually. Cast TF now? They're running into all their 3-ofs though, which is at least something. Doesn't matter, it has all this shit anyway. Let's just give it a buff then. Is that really your last play? Nothing? You have no— I don't believe that you have nothing. I refuse to believe you have nothing. You've been making go hards like a machine gun. Machine gun them. That's a ruination. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh, but here's the point where we might actually be able to sit and wait and deck them out. If they cannot cast Go Hard because we do not have a unit, they have 6 cards left, so I can maybe just sit pretty and wait for them. They're drawing. They are drawing though, which sucks. TF is gonna hit me slowly but surely. Now I regret casting that Piltover Peacemaker. That's a ceaseless sentry. Okay, so it's 4 damage a turn to our face. We are gonna die. We're gonna die. I think we've lost actually because they found 2 units. They don't need go hards anymore is the giant problem here because they can also just win with units, which sucks. Somehow we had a flash bomb in there and I legitimately don't know how. I don't know how we had a flash bomb, but we did. There's 4 cards remaining. That is a drain. That is understandable. Yeah, now we're gonna lose. I could open attack here. I could open attack here and try to trade a card. I think here's an argument. We Ancient Hourglass to get an extra flash bomb in the top 8 cards so that this regenerates, and then we have another thing. But right now I think I'm just gonna hope that that one flash bomb believes in the heart of the cards and kills TF or something. I don't know. He's not really doing anything. Oh my god, we got a 6/6 Hawkshot. That's good. That's good. It's good. I don't know if it's enough, but it's good. There's a Quietus. Quietus my fucking butthole, why don't you? We're gonna cast that. We're gonna cast a 6/6. Yeah, we're just gonna do that, and we're gonna cast a 6/6. We get an extra splooty. We have some time here. We're gonna level the Akshan. They have used, I think, every vengeance that they have got so far, so he's like kind of just gonna chill a little bit. I have no way of forcing any targeting upon him, but he's there. And let's see, they've cast one Go Hard, I think, since the last Pack Your Bag. Oh no, they have the Pack Your Bags fucking now. I lied! I did a big whoopsie lie. That's okay. We can block the 2/1 and still get a thingy, I guess. Do they deal Nexus damage? No. I'm pretty confident they don't. I mean, other than Pack Your Bags, but also we killed TF, so 4 cards remain. Can I sit here? Do they have more units? They have a Make It Rain. Fuck! They do have damage, so we burned one of their Make It Rains before. They probably do have a 3 of, though, which means it's 2 Make It Rains. Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm upset by this. I'm so upset! Oh, that one Ceaseless Sentry actually won them the game. The TF didn't win them the game whatsoever. One died immediately, one got tossed. The Ceaseless Sentry play actually won them the game. Because otherwise we could have just sat there. Maybe I should have figured out that it was Go Hard earlier, objectively, but also get out of here with fucking TF Go Hard. I don't want to know the scenarios in which that actually works as a Go Hard deck. I failed to, again, I think there's just a distribution problem with this deck. It sometimes works great. I think the balance of cards is off somehow. Honestly, there's an argument of, like, occasionally just, like, chucking, maybe having fewer Akshans or something. Because I need more Caitlyn to hit more often. Guess he rained on my parade. He did. It's just, it feels so bad to lose to Make It Rain on Nexus because your opponent had 3 cards left and that's all that they drew. I'm salty. I'm so salty about that. I'm so fucking salty. I like it when people run weird stuff. I don't like that random weird stuff, I'm sorry. Anyway, nowhere to be found. I have a deck code from you, so let's take that in and check it out. I will stop bitching. Now, we have Victor. Victor will fix my bitching. Victor saves lives. Lives. And by saves lives, I mean it makes me marginally less murderous. Marginally. Okay, let's try this out. Where did we go? This one. Thermogenic Beam, Death Ray Pocket. Ooh, is this? It's almost singleton. Fuck yeah. Pool Shark, Prize Fight, Zonic Urchin, Ballistic Bot, Coral Creatures, Fireos, Financier, Bastion Peddler, Heavily Metal, High Note, Line 'em Up, Make It Rain, Mirai Warden, Mystic Shot, Rummage, Scrap Dash, Assembly, Seraphine, 3 of, Time Trick, Acoustician, Aftershock, 2 Caitlins, Station Archivist, Some Fumes, Salute Travelers, Augmented Clockling, Mirai Great Mother, 2 Riptides, 1 Victor, I have Nakagoboros, Pursuit of Perfection, Avatar of the Tides, Formula, and Sputtering Song Spinner. Fucking Seraphine Song Spit. Oh my god. Seraphine Avatar, not Song Spinner, sorry. Seraphine Pursuit, Avatar of the Tides. So we want to cast a bunch of singleton things. We have a few win conditions. So Pursuit of Perfection, assuming you don't goes against the Silence, is a win condition in and of itself. The Seraphine can damage a lot with the duplication effects. Victor is a win condition occasionally in and of himself. Avatar of the Tides can also just win you games because it will just poop out useful things. The amount of times that Avatar of the Tides has been crazy is actually a pretty high percentage of the time. Highly recommend plopping that thing down sometimes and being like, wow, I can basically go infinite if I do this right. Infinite. I do want Avatar Seraphine on the field simultaneously, though. That would be so good. That's a zillion. What's his face? Xerath. I haven't seen a Xerath in a long time. The second he got pushed out of the meta a little bit, he just kind of never happened again. Oh, that's a curve. That's actually kind of a curve. It's none of our small, low cost, 1 cost, 2 cost spells, but I can cast Reggie and everything will be okay. I believe. That's a Mystic Shot. Fantastic. I did say that I wanted the slower 1 and 2 cost spells. Okay. Eros Financier. Go to town. Oh, Mind Meld could go nuts. Shock Blast is steady, but we're gonna go with the fancy Mind Meld. Because we're gonna hopefully be casting a whole bunch of spells. We're hopefully gonna be just doing a whole lot of shit. You want to trade a 2-1 for a 3-1? Fuck yeah, you do. I'm a little surprised, but alright, it's fine. That vulnerable is annoying. Assuming they don't cast anything super dangerous here, we can probably wait to cast Mirai. Except not really, because it's gonna die. We can cast the Ballistic Bot and trade, and then cast Mirai, and then cast Caitlyn. Or we could just Mystic Shot something down. I'll start with the bot, actually. I got a lot of win cons. I do. There are so many things that I can ping. You're gonna kill my bot, so the 3-1s are trading away. Or the 1-3s. The 1s and the 3s are going nuts. Mirai Great Mother, you can become vulnerable. I apologize. We do have Avatar of the Tides in hand, doing the thing called existing in my hand so that I can cast it and I will not flail and ask where the fuck it went and why hasn't it come home from the store yet. 3 damage, please? I know you want to take 3 damage. You don't have Renekton, so it's just there to be annoying. There's a Preservarium. Understood. Please stop having landmarks. Please stop having landmarks! I'm actually debating now if we want the Clockling or the Caitlyn, because... Oh boy! Xerath, rather, is gonna go nuts! I mean, also Zillion is gonna be annoying if he manages to pull anything out here.
Now, then...
Augmented Clotling burns less mana. Actually, I think I am gonna Augmented Clotling. There's an Aftershock. There's a Reinforcements. That's actually kind of amazing for just putting pressure on. We also would be able to cast it immediately. We could also get after. I think I'm gonna take the Reinforcements. 2 mana Reinforcements. Thank you, Runeterra. My opponent is going to be so confused. Please don't have a Rite of Negation. Please don't have Rite of Negation. I've been typing this up, okay? Okay? Don't counter. You don't want to counter spell that. You don't. Counter spells aren't real. That's a Rite of Negation. Damn it. That's also understandable. But there's more! There's more where that came from. There's literally like 4 more of that. I hope you're looking forward to it, because I am. So, the 3-3 can trade with 2-2s, obviously. There's an Aloof Travelers. I think I'm just gonna slam Aloof Travelers because I can. At Surprise Fight, we're losing the Arsenal. Yeah, that's good. That's worth. That's pretty worth, I would say. So the 3-3 is gonna pull the other 3-3 probably. My Mamba's slow, but doing it. They are careful prepping. So they had 2 Zillions in hand. They probably found the Xerath, so we're probably gonna lose to Xerath, which sucks. We might be able to kill him though with the prize fight in hand. Pocket Picker is great, so we have Caitlyn, Pocket Picker. and other interactions. They pull that. We block the 2-2 with the 2-3, and that's fine. They get a landmark. This is where I'm sad I didn't take Aftershock, but it's okay. Yeah, Prize Fight Mystic Shot should be fine if Xerath happens. I mean, there's also a chance that the Xerath doesn't happen, but I suspect it's now. Ooh, it's not now! It's not now! What a world this is. Let's do that. Ooh, Station Archivist is here. 3 mana Sputtering Song Spinner is also here. What a time to be alive. Let's try Caitlyn.
Hot on the trail.
Because of the way our mana is working out. Now having the Flash Bomb Peddler or something that generates value off of the spells would be nice. That's just a straight up mini morph. Unfortunate, but understandable. That's still an open attack as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. We're getting to the point where casting Avatar of the Tides is fine. Wanted to wait until it had a lot of mana going on, and it's about to have a lot of mana going on. Also, they did cast 1 mini morph, so that we've convinced them that we're definitely not a threat. And that Caitlyn is the fanciest thing in our deck for sure, and they would have no reason to suspect otherwise. 5 damage to face. I'll take it. We get that coin stacking. Down to 10. There's the Xerath. Okay, here we go. So they have 1 counter spell that they use already. They do have mana for another. Do I think at 4. I think I'm actually just gonna risk it now, because 8 mana is probably enough for this deck to be able to do what it wants to do. And then we can get value out of the Prize Fight Mystic Shot and go from there. Again, I wish I had Peddler or something on the field, but we don't, so it's okay. Boop. Boop. That's a 4-2. We get a card. We get Ice Shard. Interesting. Does that help me? That is unfortunate. Yeah, that works. Yeah. So they're gonna get a landmark. They're gonna hit me with the face with the landmark.
The benefit of chronomancy.
Chronomancy, indeed. You could kill the Zillion, but I actually don't really think I want them to be planting more. I don't necessarily think I want them to be planting more time bombs in their deck at the moment. So Avatar happens, Xerath kills that 2-2. You got a Cruel Creatures, we're gonna get into tune. Mind Meld is getting to the point where if we have enough units on the field, it will actually be slightly scary. Arsenal happens, which is unfortunate. Do we have a Fearsome Blocker? We do have a Fearsome Blocker regardless, so that's not going to be the worst. There's a 2-2. There's a High Note. There's a Riptide. We could stun that, actually. If we want to. So we'd have to cast the Riptide and the High Note to stun the Arsenal, which only stops them for a turn, but is something. We'd also get the Mind Meld to a point where they might have to think about blocking stuff. The 2-2 is going to die, though, so we actually still are pretty low on units, unfortunately. I also cannot cast Coral Treaters and do all of that. Think I'm going to do that, though? So that'll be stunned. We can also do that in combat. They probably already suspected I'm doing something, though, if they're going to go with that attack. Oh, but it does have Fearsome. We need a safety block. Nah, we'll just pass and see what they do. If they go with the Arsenal, then I think we just stun it. Yep. Yep. Stun first. High Note second. Safety block with the 3-3. Avatar's gonna make us some things. Didn't make anything free, unfortunately, but that's okay. That Riptide coming in useful for a moment at least. Mind Meld at 6. Your 7 mana spell. There that goes. Kills a 2-2. We have 11 mana. There's a Caitlyn. Doesn't really matter, unfortunately. We're not getting any more coin stacking, so we could just cast this and then coral creatures and see what happens. We don't have any really great sources of draw except for Station Archivist looking at stuff. I think I'm gonna burn this now. We actually get Thermogenic Beam, which can kill Arsenal or something else, which is kind of incredible. They can counter it, of course. They still have Rite of Negation open. But that's looking pretty spicy, I would say. So it's either Mind Meld or Thermogenic Beam. We could also just Sputtering Song Spinner first to see what comes of it. There's an Insight of Ages, there's an Ebb. Let's take Insight. There's an Iterative Improvement, which is kind of nice. There's Entrancing Leer. That's also draw. I mean, I was complaining that I want to draw. Or no, sorry, it's just Challenger. Challenger, help us out. We can't super kill Xerath. We can get an Iterative Improvement. Unworthy. I can kill a follower because I actually have fewer mana gems, right? Because I can do this, and then I can do that. And because Avatar of the Tides is triggered, it just deletes the fucking unit. Oh, I bet you've never seen Unworthy Soul played in a ranked game. Even if, or just ever straight up. Is that a counter spell? It's a Mini-Morph, dang it. It's a Mini-Morph, god dang it. Ah, shiddlesticks. Ah, it's fair. I mean, I tried to kill your fancy things. I get why you did that. Also, you're a bitch, though. Also, you suck. We want to kill Xerath now. They're very low on mana. They do not have the, they don't have the whatchamacallit? The, what's the word I'm looking for? Ancient Hourglass, because it's at 3. So I think we'll just give that. Oh, I should have turned it first. Whatever. That was useless. We'll just kill that. And then go from there. We have Iterative Improvement. We're not dying next turn. They do not kill us for sure. If they have another Xerath, it's annoying, but not the end of the world. I do not want to trade the 3/3s into that, so that's okay. There's some fumes. That actually works. There's a Time Bomb. Okay, so Xerath is going to be going. That's okay. I think at this point, let's cast Coral Creatures because that trades favorably into a couple of things. It made us counterfeit copies. There's another Arsenal. Does have Spell Shield. Does not have Life Steal this time, nor it does have Fearsome, but we've got Fearsome blockers. It doesn't have Quick Attack. Time Bomb will trigger. We can kill the 5/3 off the bat, so I think we'll do that. We could Mind Meld the board. We could Mind Meld the board, right? It's for the round though, so I think let's just Station Archivist and then honestly just kind of tank the Arsenal for now, and then we cast Mind Meld on whatever remains of the board afterwards. Aftershock works on the Time Bomb. We could also Servitude of Desolation to preserve our board if things die, which gives us a much better Mind Meld turn. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to bait them into attacking and then cast Servitude of Desolation. And then cast the Mind Meld next turn in the hope that they have not found Rite of Negation by that point. I think that's the call. Could be wrong. We're only taking a damage though, which is fine. Yeah. Zillion is not leveling immediately. Does have Fury, which is annoying for sure. So let's trigger this. They shouldn't have Landmark Destruction. There are 3 units inside of that. That pings everything here. We do get a mana refill off of the Coral Creatures. That hits my Nexus. I don't really care. They've got 2 cards. They have 2 cards. I'm gonna counterfeit copies the Mind Meld first because I actually really like having this card in the deck, and then hope that we can pull some shenanigans. Can I Iterative Improvement? I actually can Iterative Improvement another unit down. So let's do that, I think. And then Iterative... Can we Iterative? Iterative and spend 2 on like a coral creatures, we can cast Mind Meld afterwards. It's extra that we might not need. But fuck it. It also means that they have an interaction where we can find out if they're planning stuff. That's 13 spells. Vulnerable this round if it dies, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. That's straw. So they're plus a card. That's a Preservarium. That's plus a card. That's no extra units though. So we're just going to rip this and hope that it works. It's a bunch of 13/13s. It works! Oh my god, you can't mini-morph that, motherfucker. Nor can you stun the whole board. Here we fucking go. That's the explosive minefield. I said you couldn't stun the whole board. We are still dealing 52 damage! 52 damage! Let's go! Let's go! That's a quicksand. That doesn't do much. That's literally just a decrease of 1. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Are you regretting the RE emotes now, motherfucker? No, apparently not. It's gonna give me zigs until the end of time. That's okay. That worked out. Yeah, so it wasn't actually any of the alts of the various alternate and available win conditions that I thought it would be. I was like, okay, we can do things with like Mirai and stuff. It was honestly mostly just the fact that Reggie at one point decided to give us Mind Meld. Are we sure this is OSHA approved? Yes! Mind Meld has been confirmed. Mind Meld goes through daily inspections, my man. It's just like, whenever OSHA wakes up in the morning, they're like, we need to check out Mind Meld. And they're like, this is fair and balanced. Anyway, that was a great deck, and thank you for that wonderful experience. Okay, we don't have any other decks in the queue for now, so I'm gonna go and take another look at my very frustrating but also incredibly fun if it works, Smacko Slappo McSlappin deck. I'm gonna take out Veteran Investigator. We actually haven't been getting any use out of that. One less grappling hook I think could be helpful. Glaives are all at max. Rite of Negation is fine. Siphoning Strikes are useful, but I don't actually want to increase that by too much. So at this point, I think I might just look for something that's going to give us maybe like a Bakai. Honestly, maybe just like a Bakai or two. You said Ballistic Bot works with buff? Works with the buff? Oh, it kind of does. And then it's just the consistent pings every turn. It's that or Predict. Let's try the bot. It's a lot of 2-drops is, I think, my only problem with the deck. I would like to distribute over, like, 1 and 3 a little bit more, but if we're stuck at 2, we're stuck at 2. I always find it funny when I run into a deck that has, whatchamacallit, like, no 1-drops whatsoever. I'm always look at those and I'm like, there's something feels wrong! I know that's fine, but it feels wrong. We do somehow manage to magic ourselves into a ballistic bot, and we're up against Bro I'm Dead with Trundle Orn, which is a powerful combination there. Also, I somehow managed to luck into a very good hand, so apparently me yelling at the deck angrily made it feel afraid, and it's working, so great, fantastic. Let's say it's timelines. Don't remind me that card is still real. There's a Flash Bomb Peddler. Did they cast Timelines now, or did they do something else? That's not actually a, that's not actually a Timelines. That's just a Piltovan Castaway, which is painful. That is painful. I'm actually going to shoot it. And hopefully I can shoot it. Because I'm not willing to sacrifice any of the units I have already. If they have a Troll Chant, we're a little annoyed. They do have a Troll Chant, so we're annoyed. But it also might mean it dies in the future turn. So we take 4 regardless. That's okay-ish. Not fantastic, but okay-ish. Ancient Hourglass. There's a ping. Great. We have 3 with a 2-drop. I mean, we could put it on the bot, of all things, but that's a 4 HP unit, so I'm loath to do that. We could play the bot and then wait and see
Witness perfection.
what they do.
Bags.
That's an Omen Hawk. Still not the thing, honestly. Fearsome. Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna have Peddler here and then hope that the remaining time bomb works. Innovative Blacksmith. You forge and equip an ally healer Nexus 1. That's a card I didn't expect to see. I don't think this is Timelines. I think this is Forge. I think this is genuine Forge, which is fantastic. Nobody runs that shit. Absolutely nobody runs that shit. Fantastic. I'm taking a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. Bot, sorry. I honestly, at this point, I'm gonna prioritize the Peddler a little bit. Having two of those is gonna be, I think, useful. And then let's cast the Ignition. Because that's a lot of them, all at once. That tough 4-2 is gonna be a problem, but hopefully not too much of a problem. Oh, it is a Timelines. Never mind. It is Timelines. Okay, that's less exciting. That's less exciting. I was like, oh, bad, it's Forge! They just were slow at drawing it, and they drew it at turn 5. Lame! We have a Glaive. I feel like a Glaive is probably worth casting. That's a Trundle. We have an Absolver, and they do not have a Troll Chant.
One step ahead.
So we're going to see if they want to risk a Trundle. They do not want to whisk the Trundle. They do not want to risk the Trundle, which is fair and understandable. And also the right call, unfortunately, for us. Let's buff this. Ooh, let's give it a health boost, I think. Let's pass. That's 7 flash bombs. Top 8. Okay, we might be able to kill a couple things. We kill absolutely fucking nothing! Woo! So they don't have Pillar yet. That's actually good. So they can't level the Troll immediately. Fantastic. Wonderful. Absolver is not gonna help us out the most.
Zorn, no further pleasantries.
Ornn is here. I really could use... I could really use, not that. I could really use not a Mystic Shot right now. We can Hourglass something and work with that. So we take the 4 to the face, we put the Caitlyn in front of the Ornn and Hourglass it, and then block the Trundle with one of the Peddlers or something like that.
Hammer never fails.
I don't want to take Ornn damage. I don't think we can take Ornn damage. Can we take Ornn damage? No, it's 2. That's way too much damage. So we'll just do this, and then we can shoot that down. So we only take 2 here, and we do at least get 4 more bombs planted by Peddlers. Yeah, I think let's hold on to the Caitlyn if we can. 14 on 28.
No fixing that.
There goes the weapon, though, unfortunately. So the landmark pops, which is nice. We have a 3/5. There's Absolver. There's 2 on Trundle, which is not the most relevant, unfortunately. Sandstone is probably not it, so let's predict and draw. There's a time trick. There's a Sting Officer. The 2 ones are relevant. The Ornn is honestly the problem. We can't stop them from equipping. We can't stop them from casting that. We don't have any way of killing Ornn at this point with Caitlyn. Elusive doesn't matter. Honestly, I might just take the time trick and then just cast more stuff. We have 2 Absolvers, but no, we're not getting them this turn somehow. There's another Quicksand, so we do have a second chance at getting it. Yeah, but Sand is not gonna help. It's gonna prevent us from dying next turn, but I genuinely don't know if we have any way to win from these current cards, because we need Caitlyn to hit for a lot of damage. And the Ornn is going to level. The Ornn's going to level.
There's no shortage of possibilities, but
So I just don't feel like Quicksand is going to do particularly much. Like, I'm almost wondering if, like, siphoning Strike into the Elusive and then just trying to threaten being able to kill the Ornn might be more interesting. Yeah, honestly, I think it's the more interesting one. We could also take the one that plants guaranteed and use that instead. Then I'm just gonna do this. Brings it up to a 5/7. Plants a little bit more. We're running to a lot of tough units. That is vulnerable, so we can also hit that even if the Trundle is leveling, potentially. I can't counter it. Well, no, it's going to transform. Hopefully it doesn't transform into something too horrible. It is the first unit they've cast this turn. And then the Trundle goes. And the Trundle is annoying. That's a... Oh, it's Arsenal again? All these people with fucking Arsenal somehow. I swear to God. Do you want to try and pull it? Yeah, we're dead, I think. Because, yeah, we would also have to argue with both the Ornn and the Trundle next turn on open attack. I could attack in. They're probably going to have freezes. We're just dead. Yeah, we're just dead. And it's like late mid-range. Don't think we're going to be able to survive versus much late mid-range anyway. At least not generally. We want mid-range aggro decks that die easily. And nobody is... At least very few people seem to be running lower mid-range aggro-y things, which is unfortunate, because they're really what I need here. They would be really quite useful. Well, there's a level. I did hit 3 of them.
I aim to win.
They're unfortunately also at what,
aim
full HP?
is excellent.
Yeah, full HP. Kind of irrelevant then. We do have Absolver advantage. But that's about it. So, Ornn kills us immediately. Also, it's 2 fearsome units. And that's a 9/8. Yeah, that's not getting blocked by this deck, unfortunately.
Good. Yes.
Yeah. Also, can I not see an Arsenal for a game? Just like, no Arsenals. No, none of them.
Headquarters will hear of this.
I hope it was the thing that had the best stats for them. Because if they picked Arsenal just because it was an Arsenal, I will fucking strangle them. I'm gonna go back to playing Peddlers for a hot minute to cleanse my soul of the flash bomb disasters. There's probably a more spell-based way to do it, but I like the Shurima version just to be able to do it. Poppy Tarek is something that I didn't want to see again for a long time. Ah, here we go. The only mulliganed one? That's not good news. That's not good news. I need you to mulligan a lot. That's fine. It's upsetting, but I'll live with it. Poppy's what? 4? Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Let's do the traditional opening for this, which is just a fucking 1/1 or the 1/3 into the ignition into the Starlit Seer. Though in this case, we might actually cast Peddler first because we have it available. Ooh, we also have Death Ray available, but let's get a Seer down if we do that.
Turn the tide.
Or they do that. That's also fine. Peddler! Because there's no time for me to interact with your units before stuff happens.
There they go.
+3 and a burn.
Fire till nothing moves.
Starlit Seer, let's go.
Can you improve perfection?
Three Sisters is gonna be helpful, most likely.
Who goes there?
Death Ray is maybe on the 3/3. That's about as that. I think the 3 on the 3/3 is as good as we're unfortunately going to get. Forge that. That's a 5/3 with tough. Wonderful, fantastic. Love to see it. It's my favorite. How did you know? At least the bot will be able to trade with some of it. I think I'm going to, let's see, we can trigger this and still have a Frostbite next turn for something that happens. If they cast Poppy or they cast Tarek, it gives us a Frostbite option for that. Kind of all it does, but still. Come on, Pops, where are you? Where's your...
The journey is difficult.
Where are you in
Things will
this whole
protect
grand scheme of things? Actually, if they do Poppy, We could also just cast Chump Wump in response, because they will not have any mana. That's a 2-3. Not actually the card I was necessarily expecting. They have a gem. They can make it, what, a 3-4? 3-4, yeah. Or 4-4. Yeah, that's fine. Let's Chump Wump instead. Hold on to what we can. And that's only a 4-4, so they can't, or they can, or they can attack with it if they really, if in their heart of hearts they really want to, which apparently they do, which is a little surprising to me. Let's see, that weapon is a +3/+1 with tough. I'm not super threatened by that, I think, at least not right now. Let's get a Neandroid with a Cloud or a Death Ray out. Or 2 Clouds and something else. That's a whole lot of combs, which is fine. Whatever tries to hook the Peddler, I think we just kind of Death Ray or Mystic Shot there. 3-3, go to town. Oh, they're probably going to... Oh, they're probably going to Pan of Pain. Yeah, they're going to Pan of Pain one of the challengers, so that I might have to burn both the MK and the Mystic Shot to kill it. I mean, I just top-touched another Mystic Shot, so that's helpful for sure. There's the Turek. Hello. They don't have that. That's great. I'm going to pass and see how our mana shakes down, because I would like to cast Hexcore Foundry at this point with 24 puff caps on 29 cards. We may not get it. Form Up is getting cast on the wrong challenger unit. I think. Yeah, that's the wrong challenger unit. You should buff the other one. I think. That was a weird play. Am I questioning it? I'm not gonna question it too hard because it's also kind of low-key letting me go away with shenanigans. I can also Frostbite that instead of doing the Mystic Shot so that I can point all of the Mystic Shots at face. Considering I'm only going down to 8 and they're Demacia. They might have a rally though. So as long as I can actually kill a unit next turn, we should be totally fine.
I've always been a fun guy.
So let's do that. Let's Frostbite this. We're still getting out 3 spells this turn. 4 spells, no, 3 spells this turn, so 33 puff caps and 29 cards. We're down to 8 HP. If they have a rally, we survive, I think, currently. The 5-3 is going to be hitting them for a bunch. The Peddler has traded with a challenger unit. The Tarek is currently just kind of sitting around. We've got a Hexcore Foundry if they don't somehow have a rally and kill me. That is a 9/11 ballistic bot. Oh my god, we're gonna hit them with a 5-2, but that's also fucking amazing. If they rally, we definitely cast that. Or they have a rally! That would be impressive! If I was at all concerned, because I have a 9/11 unit. Get fucked! You do have Challenger, so I will have to sacrifice something else. But that's also funny. Oh, you're not buffing the Tiana Crown. You're okay with the Tiana Crown Guard dying, huh? That's okay. I'm fine with this choice. Are you pulling the 9/11 now? That gets no buffs because no spells have been cast. It's just a Tarek supporting. And they offer to end the round. Fascinating. I'm gonna cast a Hexcore Foundry and actually not accept the open pass. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fucking fair. Okay, that is a trade. You used your rally to trade into my 1 Peddler when I have 2 Mystic Shots in hand? Oh man, you're doing some choices! You're making some choices! 9/11 sus. It is a little bit of a sus stat line. I was saying it out loud, I was like, nah. If it was a 10-12, I would feel a little bit better saying that. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Hope you're enjoying the content. Yeah, so that worked like a charm. I really hate that this old-ass Teemo Victor deck is doing better than any Flash Bomb deck I try to build henceforth. Just not as good. Just never feels quite as good. What is this? What is the next thing? Riccati! Hello, welcome back. How's it going? It's the Ginny. It's the Janny deck. Janny, Ginny, whatever you want to call it. I like calling it Janny. It's the Janny times. Ooh, Ballistic Bot Peddler. Let's go. We're doing it. Disintegrates. Tie bulk. Burn. Skills. All the things are going to be happening. If they deign to mulligan. Do you want to mulligan, sir? Man? Person? Thank you! Let's go! The android has come back to us. He's cute at least, so it's fine. Annie has been cast on open, so they do have an Annie, but we have a Mystic Shot, so I'm feeling okay about it. You can't disintegrate my Nexus yet. It's not yet a Nexus disintegrate time. Hello? Do you expect me to just roll over because you're running Janny? Thank you! Okay, that's fine. Ballistic Bot to the rescue.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
That's also an open attack. Saboteur or something? I love to cast things like Saboteur. Oh yeah, and also Flock's legal here. All of that shenanigans. That's a Boom Crew rookie. Also that card. Also that card. Yeah. It's an unfortunate skill. We can kill some stuff though, which is nice. So I think we just trigger this immediately. Wish we had other stuff on board to deal with it, like a Peddler, or for instance, or a Charlotte Seer to see all this damage occurring. But I'll take the removal for now. Enough buffs. It's fucking Noxus Ion, or not even Noxus. I was like looking at Jinna. I was like, that's Ionia's. No, it's not Ionia's. There are no Ionias here, at least today. Get it? Smack it! Stop crying for Tibbers. He can't save you now. We take 3 damage here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Okay, we're taking 4 damage, assuming we even taking 5 damage, assuming we even block one of them. So that's annoying. You know, I was asking for aggro decks. I meant with the Caitlyn deck, not with this one. Not with this deck. Not with this one. Why did you have to read my mind at the wrong time? It's too late to win with Peddlers, I think. But we're gonna do our best as usual. We're gonna try our hardest. We're gonna have a 3-2. We're gonna have a 3-3. We're gonna plant 3. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna drink a beer afterwards and cry because it went horribly. That's the plan. So many skills. I don't. They would have had a Lotus Trap trigger because they've had Annie and 2 Boom Crew Rickies cast. So they don't have Jin in hand. So, you know, small mercies in this world. But they're going to be a giant problem. Death Ray is useful if they cast anything here, which they actually, in fact, do cast. So we're gonna do that into another Ballistic Bot, I think. Trade with the 1-1, trade with the 2-3.
Backfired.
Because Neandroid doesn't let us cast the Ignition, and at this point I don't really care what we're blocking with, we just need bodies. That's a stage hand! Oh, right, also they have that bullshit.
Our purpose calls
They have that
we cannot turn
fucking
away.
bullshittery. Let's pass. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're going to attack regardless of whatever we do. So we're not dead, but they can decimate us, so we're dead. This is not the deck I wanted to go into aggro with. It's not what I wanted to go to aggro with. Guten Tag, Scorpy. Welcome back. How's it going? Jenny. I do actually have this weird craving to play Jin. every other stream I have a craving to play Jhin, so maybe at some point I should just fucking indulge and play Jhin. I don't have healing, so just decimate my face. That's an Annie, that's not a decimate. You failed me. You fucking failed me. I had a little song, I literally had a little song and dance for your decimate, and you betrayed me. It's going the absolute worst that it can be at. Oh no! I send you positive vibes, and I hope that things improve at least a little bit. I'm doing pretty good. I have tomorrow off, and life's going all right at the moment. Thank you for asking. But yeah, I send you good vibes.
Reporting in.
I have a 2-2 to mow.
Quite a collection.
That's gonna do a lot.
Another day in the field.
It's gonna do fucking nothing is what it's gonna do. The only hope that I can have is that they don't have that.
We must commit
But they
all.
don't have that, okay? Did you not get the fucking memo about you not having a stun? I guess they didn't get the memo. They play Jhin Annie when they get tired of losing or just want to do the dailies quick. I mean, here's the thing. Can't really complain if you want to do the dailies. I understand. I understand that you would want to get all the fancy rewards. Who doesn't love a fancy reward? But also get the fuck out of my lawn. Get away from my lawn. That's death. It's death no matter how many times I try to pretend it's not. So we're just gonna let them do that, I think, because it's always gonna be net zero because they have 2+2 coming into face. Welcome to the chat, by the way. That's a fair point. I don't care. Whatever. If they rope me though, then we kind of then we want to punch them in the face. If they rope, then it's a no-no. Yeah. Oh well. Even with a 50% win rate today, that's a 50% win rate on top of like a fucking 70% win rate up in Eternal, so my deck is still doing totally fine. At some point I should actually connect like Runeterra.ar and get a fucking win rate out of this thing. It is probably in the high 60s, I would say. We're still in gold right now, though we're up against a fucking diamond player for some reason. That's fun. Do we want Death Ray? No. Well, they do have small things. They do have small things. Hopefully their small things do not involve killing my Teemo immediately! But it probably does mean immediately. You got a ticket for open beer and you simply can't catch a mental break right now? Oh. Not being able to, like, fucking relax and figure shit out is honestly the worst. When life is going to hell and everything's happening too fast, it's fucking rough. Fuck you and your Legion Saboteur! Nobody asked you! Also, nobody's asking for a Make It Rain right now. Nobody! Everyone, Make It Rain is not a real card. It's a lie. It's not castable. Nobody ever has it. Thank you, universe, for manifesting my truth. Ash against high-ranking players in bronze while playing Eternal. Yeah. It's happened multiple times. Like when I was climbing in silver, I think I got paired up with like a masters player. Like no shit. And I was just like, I don't mind because I've hit masters and standard. I'm currently in diamond standard, but also, what the actual fuck? Leave me alone. I'm bringing the meme because I want to go up against players who are super good at the game right now. We'll catch up and play something standard, but not at the moment. Not now. Imagine White Cops giving a black eye, not causing any disturbance or seen walking home safely. A ticket for beer the day before Juneteenth? I am so fucking sorry. That is awful. It's just people giving it's just fucking racist people giving you a hard time for no reason. Which is the, like, literal worst. I'm so sorry.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, I mean it is Juneteenth weekend. For all of those, or for those of you who are celebrating, in general, I hope it is going all right. Eventually we'll get a bigger MK, so I'm just gonna, I think, wait for that to manifest in order for us to do stuff. They can probably kill my peddler after this resolves. I could just let that happen on the 13. I'm actually just gonna let that happen then. So, shroom,
Ooh, quite a
burn, burn.
collection.
MF dead off of one of these MKs in the future. How many path caps do you have now? 25 on 31. We probably should have blocked it before. It might have been sloppy. Or 3 holidays, you switch to pass if you're not causing a scene. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. It's just like, leave the people that we should be celebrating alone, please. You don't have to be fucking rude and dangerous about it, arguably. Yeah, absolutely. Complain away. I don't care if you complain about your life shit in my chat. If there's shit going on and you just want to be like, life sucks right now, please send help. You can totally do that. I do not care.
Swiftly.
Whatever makes you feel the most content while you're hanging out here. So how much is that? That's decimate! That's a decimate! Okay, punch it. It's unfortunate, but we'll live with that. I will survive. We're gonna cast a time trick and go from there. What's going on? Oh, Scorpy was complaining. You're waiting? Wait, what are you waiting for? Did I say something? 3 Sisters honestly might have saved my ass a little bit, depending. That's 53 puff caps, which is a lot, but they're not going to lose next turn, which is the unfortunate bit for us. Said wait? Oh! Riccati, thank you for the deck code, appreciate it. We need to somehow survive. I need to drop that MK3, and we're just not finding it, unfortunately. So that's fearsome, so we should probably prioritize blocking that. We can freeze the MF on her crusade to kick our teeth in for no reason, because thank you, you lady. We need to somehow not take lethal damage to a decimate. So we're gonna do our best to achieve that. Currently, we are unfortunately losing literally every unit that we do possess, and I'm not staying above decimate, so let's frostbite and see what happens. Kill the MF and freeze her. I think it's a freeze on the MF, for sure. It's freeze there. We are planting, we have 60 on the deck. I cannot, I mean, I might be able to not deal with that. Can I risk that? Can I hold the Teemo? Honestly, I'm gonna sacrifice the Teemo in the name of casting Hexcore Foundry and this Ignition, and hoping that that is enough with 60 puff caps on the deck to find some kind of answer in the future. To block her. The problem is if I block the MF, we get super low to a Make It Rain and a Decimate killing us. Just straight up fucking murder. Like, that might be safer. That might be okay, in which case we still do have a unit at least. But I'm gonna play it the safest way possible versus aggro and just hope that Hexcore Foundry and Ignition are enough to somehow finish the job. We are admittedly pretty close to that being the case. So let's do this. They don't have rallies unless they're running a Blood on the Water, which, please God, do not be running Blood on the Water with MFTF. That's a thingy. You hit me in the face. See? All right, good. Good to stay above decimate, because now that's a little more hard-pressed to stay above that decimate. We're going to cast this Hexcore Foundry, which they cannot destroy, and we're going to hope that... And maybe, on the bright side, 4 top decks does the trick. That's only 1 puff cap. I swear to God. We're gonna lose. We're gonna just horribly lose now. Neandroid is a card that hits for face damage, hypothetically. It is a 2/4. We can shoot down the MF with a thermogenic beam after this occurs. There's a precious pet. I don't give a fuck. We're going with the 2/4. They're down to 7 HP. We're killing MF immediately. You got ads at the moment? Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna end and we're gonna pass, and it's 57. I need them to top deck real good here. That's 4. Oh, there's a chance. You're telling me there's not a chance. I have lost the game. I have horribly and miserably lost the video game. Oh no. You have a Make It Rain? Because that ends the game. No, it's just a fucking Noxian Fervor. God damn it! God damn it! We actually almost won that. We almost won that. They did actually draw more puff caps than I expected them to. Degaray, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the madness, and I hope you're enjoying your time here on the stream. Ricotta, you sent me a deck code, so I'm gonna take that in now and play through that and see how it goes. Ba-doop boop boo doop boo. Ricotta, what have you handed me? Boop, boop, import. This is a Jarvan. This is some kind of Jarvan. Jarvan? It's a Jarvan. Dark Business. Ricardia sent me Dark Business. Or, as I said initially, Jorban. It's Jorban time! Where did he go? Where's McJorban? There's McJorban. Bark Knuckles, Bright Steel Protector, Duran Sculptor, Form Up, Make It Rain, Monkey Business, Knuckle. Oh, we've got the Knuckle combo in here? Alright, fuck yeah. Single Combat, Blocking, Badger Bear, Brazen Buccaneer. Which I actually have clearly not played much of at all. Summon a random one-cost follower and granted. Brash, Cataclysm, 5-Punch, Pablo, Misfortune, Risky Venture, Angel, which is a card that I legitimately kind of forgot existed because it's 5 mana, but it's also a 6/5. Mischievous Mirai, Jarvan, the King's Court, Judgment, and Lord Eldred. On the flip side, you took your meds for the first time forever, and it's starting to kick in. I hope it's starting to kick in a good way. And also, Nowhere, thank you for the additional deck code. I have got that now. Appreciate that. So, yeah, Bark Knuckles, it's coins with Brash and a Mischievous Mirai to boot when we're casting all of our spells. Also Eldred's in here. So we have we're a little bit reliant on Demacia units. And then we've also got the just Brash coins package with an MF to ping their HP down. Yeah, Lord Eldred with Brash is kind of spicy. Also King's Court is actually kind of great. King's Court is gonna be fucking fun. All right, let's get into this. Let's see if we can't actually get coins to stack a little bit and then surprise them with an Eldred. It's a little late gamey, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's go with the fancy Misfortune. What do we want for this? I think coins is an Earth time, and also if I have a stream without the Earth board, I am not Elzon, and you should call the police because it's not me streaming. Sejuani Jack? That could be fucking entertaining. Like Demacia or something. I don't really have much Demacia. Just got 2 of the cards, the quartz, because you felt it was too heavy. I think more than 2 quartz is definitely too much, but like 1 or 2 quartz is totally fine. Also, Adalel Zamek, if I'm pronouncing that at all correctly, thank you for the deck code as well. Copying that in now. We want to keep Bark Knuckles, maybe? It's Mono and Nivea. I'm not feeling super positive about that, but I didn't say we were late game. So I see what the client's trying to do. Free plat diamond climbing with that deck? Alright, alright. Need something other than Bright Steel Protector. I mean, if it becomes a 3/2, we're fine, but it's kind of not great versus a Nivea. They're also probably got Boar Soul Cleave. I don't think we have any counters for Boar Soul Cleave. I don't think we have any means of interacting with that at all, so we're probably just gonna get eaten alive by chickens! By chickens! I'm gonna wait here. I mean, I guess we could potentially make it rain it down. I do have an MF. That's something.
Guys,
MF
bad.
Bark Knuckles. Sure. You were not the 3-drop I was exactly screaming for, but it's your unit. And you can witness an attack. Yeah. Oh, make it rain the boars. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna work. At least it should work anyway. There's a wording stones. That's traditional ramp. That's not boar ramp. It's Xena's because she can't block. It is quite nice. It is quite nice. You've got 6 mana. You would probably Vengeance it if you had it, right? Do I take the bait? Do I take the open pass? If they have a Vengeance, they have a Vengeance. They can cast it now, they can cast it next turn. The advantage of waiting until next turn is that maybe she gets off her skill, but this way we have 2 4/4s, so I'll take that gamble. That's not actually a Vengeance, that's just ramp. Fair. I think we're gonna take away their wording stones. We also get an extra coin out of that. This is hypothetically 9 damage to face. 5 punch Pablo is here. I could have cast another brash unit, but I'm gonna, I think, go for the open before they have a chance to respond. That is successfully 9 damage with 3 coins in hand. That's a charm. Let's see here. We have 5 punch Pablo. We also have Mischievous Mirai, which at this point, with a Make It Rain and coins and the Pablo with the prize fight, I think this is fine. Can punch it. And then Make It Rain. I don't actually know if we super care. That's actually a point not to cast the Mischievous Mirai yet. I think I'm gonna cast the Angel here. Let the Anivia hit stuff, and then try to trade the 6/5 into the 3/5, and then once the egg forms, smack it down. Because I'd like to avoid burning too many spells on it early. Because then right now we have the egg. They can boost the HP or interact with Angel, but if they don't do any of that, then they still Rekindler, but Rekindler is not the most units. We can also Pablo here. Actually, we can pass the turn and then see what they do. That's Rekindler. That's what I thought you had have. So we can Pablo it anyway. Prize fight current chicken and then Make It Rain to try to eliminate 1 egg and also the chicken. Which might be the best option here. How much is that? Refill 3 mana. We could also Eldred, but I think let's try that. Yeah, I was just waiting for the second chicken to emerge. That's a Cracking Ice. That's fine. Let's do... It doesn't really matter what target we're picking here, so that goes down. Then we Make It Rain and hope that it works and hits the targets that we actually give a shit about. Boop. It hits exactly chickens! It exactly hits chickens! Fuck yeah! And then we're just gonna open attack with MF around. That's frozen, who gives a shit? We're not gonna attack with the frozen thing because we don't have to. If your mana gems are at max 6, it would refill the spell mana.
Such naivete.
Oh, is it like a weird avatar situation where it only does it if you're above the mana cost? That's what I hate about coins. I really wish it specified the mana conditions on the card. Because sometimes it doesn't specify the mana conditions on the card, and I personally think that's just fucking stupid. Like, is it spell mana? Is it unit mana? Is it, like, what kind of mana are you talking about here? It's very opaque when you initially look at the card. Like, tell me what those rules are. Don't just fucking let it be in the wind. That's not fair, if you ask me personally. Yeah, the Debliteration doesn't matter because it triggers on the next turn as well. They would have, that is actually the correct answer. That is the correct answer for something that is summoned like that, because it obliterates, so I don't think it triggers the last breath. However, the Plunder was activated. So it doesn't matter. Fuck yeah! No Jarvan, but MF's, like, Loki just kind of carried us. That MF Badger Bear turn kind of sealed the deal, because they just were not healing fast enough around it. Moving on with the deck submissions, we got another one here from Nowhere, so let's take a look at that. This is Teemo. More... I'm doing everything in all caps accidentally. More Titoing. Which is here. I have all the cards because of course I do. It's Kennen Teemo. Oh no. Kennen Octopus. Poison Dart Teemo Condense. Eye of the Dragon Lead and Follow. Pokestake Ribbon Dancer. Black Flame Wallop. Aloof Travelers. Deny. Deep Meditation. Dragon Ambush. And place your bets. Ooh. So I can Black Flame Teemo? Black Flame deck. Black Flame Teemo. I mean, Black Flame Kennen is also damaged, but I'm gonna do the Teemo if I can. We also have options like Ribbon Dancer to do, or Aloof Travelers. Everything that, every unit in this deck, other than kind of Eye of the Dragon, has value if you put it in Black Flame. So, that seems fun. Right, because we're doing Bandle, so we don't have access to the P&Z stuff. Did you leave out Ava Achiever because it was too expensive? I kind of agree with that assessment if that's the case, but I'm wondering if we could take out like 1 or 2 place your bets and put in an Ava Achiever just to have them focus on the Ava rather than anything else that's happening on the field. But we might be able to finagle it with like Kennen alone so that they're dancing around the Kevin. Imagine unnerved Black Flame with unnerved Droplet. Please. Please no. Please no. I do love the actual design concepts of Black Flame though. I'm glad the card was made. It just can of course be very powerful. That's Bandle P&Z something something. Dear God, maybe not that exactly. I'm actually gonna full mulligan. This hand is not, I think, good enough necessarily to keep entirely. That's 2 cannons in a black. I like the first cannon. First cannon, good. Second cannon, questionable. Too many cannons is too many McKennons. You wanna play anything? The moment autocorrect changed. Oh god, no. The world's really out to get you today, isn't it, Scorpy? Alright, so we have our first rat, and the rat has quick attack. Actually, we're gonna mark it first, because... Sure. Let me just make sure that's confirmed before I fucking forget about it. And then we're gonna hit with 2 damage. We do also have Kennen's Lightning Rush now, because we top-decked 2 of them. They don't have counter spells. The best that they've got is the Puzzling Signposts. Puzzling Signpost. Yeah, I think capturing is probably the right idea. Except it's not, because we're just going, honestly, to do that out of it. You're not taking him. You're not taking him. He's mine! That's a pie toss. Unfucking fortunate. Unfucking fortunate. They did cast a slow spell for that, so at least we are somewhat dealing with that. Not as well, though, and they still get the 2 damage. That really sucks. That really sucks. They had everything for that. Is it how catastrophic is it? Relatively catastrophic, because we do lose 2 in the process. Which is very bad. I'm just gonna place some bets now. There's an Otterpuss and an Eye of the Dragon, both pretty decent. We got 4 mana. With a Wallop and a Pokestick, they can't really blow us out. They didn't actually cast anything. I'm wondering how much they're actually just pings and being annoying rather than anything else. That's a 3/3 fan club president, so that's what they were kind of waiting for. That's fine. We're at 5. They might have a Mini-Morph. I don't know if they're necessarily going to have Mini-Morph, though, because if they don't have Mini-Morph, then our Ava Achiever is safe for at least a couple of turns after this, I think. That's a Pokestick, that's fine. Let's cast this, I think. It's a Timeline stack.
I dropped everything.
Why does everything have to boil down to the incredibly boring answer of it's a Timeline stack? It's just so boring of an answer! Okay. Coin into Pokey. Not worth. Well, no, not worth. I honestly don't think it's worth. We'll just wait for that to take more damage in the future. Okay, we could prank him. I don't think we're going to. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna Ava Achiever and sit tight and hope that this sticks to the board.
Rule 102. Practice makes perfect.
You need many more here, or you need a lot of pings. That might be the pings you need, and I'm hoping to God that it isn't. Only saw 3 options.
On that case.
Maybe that's progress. There's the timelines. Yada yada yada. You suck and are boring. Now what? That's a careless pastry to face. Understandable. Have a nice day. So we're taking at most 3 damage from the 3-2, assuming that the pokey stick on the 3-1 works, which I think it should. I think that should be fine. There's a ribbon dancer. Not really necessary, but okay. Reach of the Silent Storm is going to come out with something annoying. We have Aloof Travelers to block. That's a Ruin Runner, because of course it is. Lots of Aloof Travelers still. There's a cannon. So we actually did manage to find the last cannon. We dropped a Banana Blaster as a result. Let's poke that down. Let's block here. We might actually want the wall up instead. Because if we can wall up that and then block over here,
Just kill me.
we're down to 8, which is arguably much better than what we were looking at before. I don't have the Pokey Stick mana, but alright. Lord Jesus, indeed! They got Ruin Runner! Which is just kind of tragic for us. Just entirely tragic for us. Well, I mean, we can ping the Spell Shield off for what that's worth. Probably not particularly much, but it's something. 9 Puff Caps plus 3 for a round end effect. They've got Electro Harpoon again, because of course they do. How many coins I got? 2. Only 2 so far. Yeah, that's fucking annoying. We're not gonna win unless we somehow manage to get rid of the 3-1 and the 2-7-2 next turn, which I don't know if that's really possible. There's a lead and follow. I mean, Eye of the Dragon is at least going to give us a lifesteal, hopefully, which is something, but it's also probably extraordinarily vulnerable if they don't have Nexus of damage right now, because it's Bandle P and Z. It looks like they don't have... It looks like they don't actually have Nexus damage, if that's their call. Because they should be pointing that at face rather than at my unit, so they're worried about the lifesteal being impactful. At least that's how I'm choosing to read it, and not that they're fucking stupid. You know? So we do that, we recast it, we cast the Ribbon Dancer, we have mana for the Pokey Stick. That is a Concerted Strike. What's hitting first? That 7-1? The 7-1 is hitting first. Doesn't really matter in that case. So we're going to not cast that and then just have 2 bodies on the field and hope that that's somehow we draw something else. We can coin into place your bets. The problem is that the coins are just incredibly low. Oh, with the lead and follow cast. So that goes, this gets recast, that makes me a thing. If I cast a spell her, which means we have to use Ribbon Dancer, and something else. That's an elusive unit. They know that we have a or actually they don't know that we have a Pokey Stick for sure.
Showtime.
That doesn't matter at all whatsoever.
Brave
I'm
and
actually
dumb.
amazed that they bothered to fucking block that shit. They really didn't need to at all block that shit. We can do this. It doesn't matter because they're just going to take the face damage. We can shoot this down now. Actually, I might just shoot that down now and see what we get off of the draw. Because there's a chance that we find something for the 7-2, but I still don't think it's going to happen.
I'll catch the
Poison
next
Dart's
batch.
nice. Should have cast the coin because then we could have started down the 2-1. That's a mistake. I mean, their biggest mistake right now is not putting the right cards at first in this order. But that's
The dragon
currently
binds us.
still lethal because of that. We can draw here. We need a ping for the 2-1. Unfortunately, that's not quite it. There's that. Let's draw 2 other spells. That's the Dragon Ambush and a Poison Dart. None of which are fast speed spells. None of which are fast speed spells, unfortunately. I had a lot of healing and a lot of answers in my hand. I just didn't have the answer I needed that minute. Damn it! Alright, let's try that again. Like, it technically was fine. Though we kind of got screwed on the opening with that pie toss into the cannon. I think the pie toss into the cannon really just kind of sealed the deal. Early on, it was just like, okay, fine, you have a bunch of things. You're an annoying little fucker with timelines. We get it. We understand. Should Black Flame ASAP? Yeah, that's fair. I'm just waiting for a better target. Like, we had a couple of things that were, like, mildly interesting. But Kennen died instantly, and everything else was just kind of... I felt like everything else was kind of meh targeting. Like, a lot of things are helpful, but, like, there's no point in putting Eye of the Dragon, a Ribbon Dancer, and a Black Flame, and the only other units that we really saw were Ava, Achiever, and the cannons that died. Black Flame Ava that round. It would have planted more. The problem is that that's kind of all it would have done. And it would not have been enough to kill anything.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
Like that. Do the cannon stuff again. We're probably going to look at dying to Azarelia because we're not going to have a shit ton of blockers. But then recall one of them to have a new Ava in hand. Yeah, I just didn't think it was powerful enough to really stop the incoming attack. But fair enough. They have 1 mana remaining. If I Black Flame now, we take minimum 3 damage. Potentially they have another unit. And I'm gonna try to Black Flame the cannon next turn. Yeah, it would have been a lot of damage if I didn't cast a unit there, which sucks, but oh well. Okay. We take 4 that way, we take 5, but we kill a unit this way, so I think I'm gonna do this. Hypothetically, we get more cannons. Especially with an Otterpuss. I can recall stuff with Ionia, which sucks for us, for sure. Yeah, this is the wrong matchup for Kennen, unfortunately. This is decidedly the wrong matchup for Kennen, because we're just going to be taking so much fucking damage. We can kill that 2-2. Right? Yeah. They actually surprisingly took that damage. It didn't take away the unit that I was killing, which is a little surprising to me. I probably should have prioritized removing all of my blockers entirely. I'm confused by that one for sure. Doesn't matter. Good to know you have that, I guess. That's not an Aurelia, actually. That's actually not an Aurelia. It's just 2 Blossoming Blades. So we know for a fact that Ribbon Dancer is probably going to try to come down. So Azir is going to generate probably 2 things. Dragon Ambush is a nice answer after all of that has happened, however. Because then we can at least make up some of the damage. Because that, I mean, hypothetically, this is their only cast for the turn. Hypothetically. Probably not the case, though. But I think we do this for sure. We don't have any counter spells. We get some healing. We get another cannon on the field. We get to cast another Mark of the Storm.
You're all
We
tied
do
up.
get another Mark of the Storm on the next turn as well, which is just kind of nice. Up to 16, much better. Okay. Yeah, Lido Fallow is going to be better here if we can get something else. That's 7 damage, so we go down to 9. I'm going to hold it so that we have a unit for sure. Blossoming Blade happens, though. Blossoming Blade does happen. I open attack here. We trade into the Azir, but we kill the Sparring Student before it can really do things. Except I don't get an interaction because I get to summon Blossoming Blade first because of the way that the fast speed spell generates. And the Azir level. Damn it! Forgot about that. If they don't respond, the spell is made and then I don't get to actually interact with it at all. We're dead, I'm pretty sure. Ah, we're not dead. We're not dead. We're close to it though. Because they just have a really good open attack with that next blade on the following turn. Let's just cast this, I think, into Eye of the Dragon and Mark of the Storm. Yeah, I'm gonna play it this turn. I'm just waiting for them to do more stuff. I have to mark that, unfortunately. This turn. That's gonna be 1. This is gonna be 2. We could actually, we could level the cannon this turn. Because Flawless Duet is Blade Dance 2. Oh, but it's the first time each round, so we've already hit that limit, right? We've already hit the limit for that one. I keep forgetting that that's how it happens. No homecomings for you, please. I do not want to interfere with the Black Flame. So we've got the healing. We got the healing. Poison Dart is fine, actually. Domination is annoying. Sparring Student's gonna get a little bit bigger there. Let's do Aloof Travelers in the name of surviving. Because Poison Dart's not going to do much at the moment, and also gives us some card stuff to do. Okay, Homecoming went bye-bye because it was 6 mana. Please do not have top decked an Aurelia. That would make me scream. It was not an Aurelia that you top decked. Fantastic. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Please stop. That's a 3-1. Jesus Christ. We put that in the front. Is there any way that we can survive this? And if I take this back, we do get an opportunity to level the cannon because we can then Flawless Duet into, or we can, we can, what's that card? Flawless Duet into, or Poison Dart into a Flawless Duet. Or we can cast an Honor Push for the attack and then try to survive the rest of it. I think I want the Flawless Duet this turn. So that's their action. If I trigger this now, we get a leveled cannon, and we get 2 Lightning Storms. So I think that's okay. The problem is going to be that 5/2 that has Overwhelm that we can't necessarily deal with too well. You tried to make the deck like this a while ago. This one is... The more I'm playing it, the more I'm seeing the legs that it's got. My fuck up last time was definitely I didn't play Black Flame fast enough, but we are leveling the cannon off of it this time, which is nice. With Tomb Storms, yeah, we can kill that Overwhelm unit. That's all fine. That's all fine. That's surprising. Yeah, I was about to be like, wait, why are you doing that in particular? Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna wait for their attack to be confirmed before I try to hit stuff, because they have an action here. They're not gonna let me Otter Puss, I imagine, so we just have to do our best to block and kill stuff. Yeah, I don't have the deck code thing set up, but I can send it in the chat right after this in 1 second. What's the most damage block? This is technically the most damage blocked, and then we can shut down 5, which is technically still alive. We actually do survive if we block like this. Wait, let me post this quickly in the chat. This is the deck code. Yeah, so that resolves, so we don't actually fucking eat shit completely. If I cast a unit and open attack, we do get another cannon in our arsenal. There's that. Here's a prank. There's nothing that I can poison dart down, so I think I might just prank them now to see if that's a champion. It is not. It is a darkened bloodletters. I don't want Zalani. It doesn't really matter though if it's Solani because it's only 2 and my pranks are kind of useless in that case. There's a pokey stick. I'm glad I can take out my own Nexus. That's very exciting. They're going to Blade Dance and I die. They're gonna Blade Dance and I die. Well, not necessarily because I can cannon here, but still. It's gonna be real close. No, I actually might still die because the Azir is gonna be a problem. The Azir makes a thing. We're dead to the Blossoming Blade.
Beg.
Do not let this go through.
Oh, you're in for it.
Do not in any shape or form let this go through. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Because they're going to cast that, they get the bird, they get 2 blades, and we're dead, I think. Also Monochrome, hello! You can kill Azir. I can just barely kill Azir, but it's still gonna be 2, and then I have no way to kill it. No, I have way to kill the blades is the problem. You're back from the Nether! Welcome back from the Nether. I hope the Nether was fun. Not before he summons, yeah. That's the whole problem here. I can do a lot of things, but not before that Blossoming Blade hits the board. It really sucks. That's really a pile of ass is what it is. It's a pile of fucking bullshit. It's because they just need 1 damage. They didn't cast the Blossoming Blade. My mind is boggled. My mind is boggled. What? You had lethal! I am upset that you had lethal and that you fucking missed it, bro. Recall the cannon. Yeah, that also would work. I can hit face twice. I die on the open attack, so let's just hit face a little bit and hope that they draw it poorly into a puff cap. If you summon the kin, I would have gotten more stuns. That's true. And then I would have been able to do something with the flawless duet. Yep. That is true. Oh yeah, would have been able to stun the 3-4 and the 8-7, right? I can kill the 2-2. But again, we were facing the open attack anyway. Can do it now. We can do it now. I still don't... It's just not going to do enough. We can still flawless duet for sure, but it's not going to do it now and kill Azir. But the problem is everything else that's happening. Like, we don't have to... I think at this point, it's literally just how many things can I point at Nexus. I'm up to a surprising number of things that I can point at Nexus with the Poison Dart and the Pokey Stick on hand. But that's kind of it. I think my bet now is just, like, get these out of my hand because I'm not going to be able to win condition with the Lightning Storms now that I sacrificed the cannon over the Otterpuss. The Poison Dart and the Pokey Stick get them down to 2. That might be something. He might block the cannon with the Zalani. Or might block... Oh, I mean, we've also already used the Black Flame for the turn because it only happens once a round. So we've also just lost that because I already attacked with the Otterpuss earlier in the turn. So we're not going to get 2 cannons here. We would have gotten 2 cannons if I'd recalled it instead, and I honestly could not tell you why I did that. They are blocking. This is what, 3 Puff Cats? There is a world in which I God roll and it actually works, and I can actually get enough damage to their Nexus right now on their draw. I don't think we live in that universe. I highly doubt we live in that universe. But they are going to be extremely low on HP. They are going to be extremely low on HP. 3 puff caps. Oh my god. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's a Green Glade duo. They are, however, having a very nice time faffing about and not actually, like, casting their stuff. And we do have probably nothing that Deep Meditation is going to give us. This only brings us up to 4, so we Deep Meditation and then lose Pokestick. So we're dead. We are fucking dead. Which sucks. Because I think it was potentially because of my own misplays there. This is not going to get us anything. Pokestick's like our last hope. Pokestick is our last hope, and we don't have any Mystic shots in the deck. Unfortunate. We're in the wrong regions for Mystic Shot. I need an Ezreal to pop out of a little groundhog hole and be like, here's the Mystic Shot you ordered! Here it is! Do you have a deny? Are you debating denying my Pokestick? In fear that I have, like, 2 pie tosses or something? Or actually, no, it was only on units, right? I'd have to have 2 anvils out of nowhere that are also discounted. They're also roping me, which is just kind of rude. You didn't play your blade dance. That's your fault for fucking not winning the game earlier. You could have won 5 minutes ago. I don't think it's actually been 5 minutes ago, but you could have won 5 minutes ago. That's an Aloof Traveler. It's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I didn't draw 2 anvils out of nowhere. Oh, they have Aurelia! They gotta be a bitch and show off the Aurelia for no reason. You think I haven't fucking seen Aurelia?
For those who desecrate our home.
You think I haven't seen Aurelia before? Oh my god, it's revolutionary. What will I do versus a 5 free with a tune? Yada yada yada. You have cards! It's so exciting! You still could have won 5 minutes ago, and you're extending the timer to now you could have won like 6 minutes ago. Oh my god! Alright, one more attempt with this. We cast Black Flame early. We ran into Ionias. As I said last week, I just need no Ionias. Just fewer of those things, and we'll be great. No Ionia. No Annie Jin. None of that bullshit. Maybe I should go back to bronze where people were just doing 5 champion decks. Those were fun. Those were good to go against. Not this fucking meta bullshit. I need somebody who's not on meta bullshit. Are you on meta bullshit? That's Gwen Alawi MF, which is not the most traditional build. But I've definitely heard of it before, so you kind of suck. Okay, I have the Dragon and Black Flame. Give me something. Kennen! Fuck yeah. So we do have Black Flame Kennen fucking now, which is beautiful. Do you have a thing, like a Watchful Idol? You don't have a Watchful Idol? Mind-boggling. I'm going to attune.
Each hold a world within.
No way you don't have anything right now. No way you don't have anything right now. What the fuck? I'm confused and also afraid.
I have studied
Alright, don't touch him,
manual.
please. Don't brain him, don't ping him, don't do anything. I have Black Flame. Just let me cast it, bro. That's an answered prayer, which actually lets me cast it. Incredible. Absolutely incredible that I get to cast that. Versus the deck that I'm up against. Don't actually want to put the Eye of the Dragon in the way of that, though. Which sucks. We're not gonna easily hit flow. Unless we attack with this, and I don't really want to. Aloof Traveler is a better target for the attack. I am losing value, though. Poison Dart's okay. We can Poison Dart Deep Meditation.
No prey.
There's a misfortune. I think let's elude travelers and then try to shoot the MF down afterwards. We tossed a Nagakeboros, the big one, the 8 cost, 5/8. So that's exciting. There's an Eye of God. Please don't have that. Please don't have that. That's kind of sucks. That's a 6/6. Well, this is fucking dying for sure. Sorry! Apologies about that. Also, Emerales, good morning. How's it going? That's bad. I dare say that's a little bit unfortunate. I needed those. Really could have used having things. Stun is good though. Stun helps. Stun does me a solid. And we will get the little 2/1, assuming this survives and is not tentacle smooshed into pulp. This is like a surprisingly whatchamacallit? It's a surprisingly spawn-focused deck, and it's been a little bit since I saw that heavily of a spawn-focused deck, I think. We tossed a Vengeance. Very good, very good. We're gonna get another Kennen here, which we like to see. Yeah.
Be aware of the shoals.
That's fine. Yep. Let's cast that Mark and then a Prank, I think. Hold. Oh, actually, we could Poison Dart and kill the Buru Lookout. Or hit MF or something like that and try to threaten her with doom and destruction. Because we have that 2/3. I think maybe we put some pressure on MF. I don't know. This is all kind of iffy. Where is Timo? I don't know. I don't know where Timo went off to. But he's decidedly not here. We do also have Dragon Ambush this turn. So that should also help us out in the HP department if we somehow die to everything. There's no Alawi, so that's nice. And there's no Gwen yet, which is also nice. And neither of those things are either of those, so that's also good. I like that. Let's draw, I think. We're at 19. We can survive drawing. That's a deny. We like denies. We do like a good deny. 3 mana. We block a bunch of stuff here. That is a Make It Rain, which does hit my little lifesteal unit, which is unfortunate. Can we take damage from this? We block the 9/5 with the 2/3. We ping something else down. Honestly, we might be able to survive all of it and then still get the Dragon Ambush this turn, but it's iffy. Also, the Overmaster! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the madness. I hope you're enjoying your time here in the stream. Double poke MF. I'd rather take the damage and deal with it, but fair point. So we go down to 11. We heal back, we get Kennen. Because I'm also thinking that eventually we're going to be able to get Kennen to potentially kill her. She is getting close to leveling though. She's halfway, but that's still pretty dangerous. So that's a good amount of healing. Plus Kennen. We don't have a unit to cast next turn, which is unfortunate. So we might... Well, no, we get the 2/1 out of this. It's already hit that limit. And then hopefully we can just pile those marks of the storm on the MF. They took all the damage. Fair enough, actually. Looking fair enough. Let's target you. We have Deep Meditation, we have Counterspell, we have a Stun for Alawi or something else that might be able to get Overwhelm, which is probably just going to be Alawi, to be honest. We get the 2/1. We have a Place Your Bats. I'm just gonna go with the team and hope that Wallop is enough to save me in the future. Or they just have another MF, but killing one that's halfway leveled, I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. That's fine. Let's trigger this at fast speed. So that's a dead MF, hypothetically. We have a place your bets. Draw 2. We also have deep meditation though. I'm wondering if we just use that. So that's an 11-5. There's no real way that I can kill an 11-5. So we're stuck with potentially just fucking dealing with that. You're at 1 of 2. I'm gonna place bets here and hope that their 3 mana remaining is nothing super dangerous. We do find both a Teemo and a cannon, which is a strange top deck, but also totally fine. I wish I hadn't attacked yet, but it's okay. Honestly, might just cast both. I mean, I think I'm just gonna cast both. There's the level. Fuck yeah. We actually had enough to level him, which is very nice. So we get an extra Mark of the Storm. That's a Tentacle Smash. Understandable, no counterspell. Yeah, no counterspell available. So they kill our cannon, but we are getting leveled ones now at least. That's a 16-7. We're definitely getting the little 2-1. We go up to 8 next turn. Plus coin. I'm gonna cast Teemo as well. They're out of mana. He is at worst case scenario a blocker for something. Because that 4/3 isn't gonna kill us on its own. That Foyer though is annoying. We top deck another cannon, which is back-to-back cannons. I'm actually impressed. What is your plan, Disney 567? Why is your username Disney 567 also? Is it 5, 6, 7, 8 Disney? I'm gonna just assume that they're a fan. So there's another misfortune, which is unfortunate for us. But I'm gonna just cast this other cannon. Max Ginger, hello! Welcome to the chat and the stream. How's your day going? Mark of the Storm on the 16-7 that leaves our wall up open for something else. We can poke things very close to doom if they try to hit my cannon once more. I don't know what they hope to accomplish with that. I legitimately don't understand why they cast Answered Prayer. I guess it was their only option, question mark? But also that seems mind-bogglingly weird. They have 1 Hallowed. That's gonna hit us. Do I Pokey Stick MF here? Can I get advantage if I Pokey Stick the MF? I don't really have a great blocker for her except for the Permit Cannon, which I do not want to actually block with. We could prank them. Because we're at a pretty safe mana. So let's take that. That's not anything I was expecting. So we're just gonna take the Elusive? Strange, but okay. Strange, but okay. I think I'm just going to punch the 2-1. Wall up the MF pre-combat. Ooh, Ribbon Dancer gives us another cannon now if we have a chance to do it. That's fine, and I still don't understand what that's for. That's okay. That's irrelevant. They did not go with the MF anyway, so we're just going to stun all of that. We take a damage from MF. That is stunned. We get the Ribbon Dancer to summon another cannon, so we also punch her again. That will be 2 MFs down. They do have 3 champions. There's no Gwen yet, thankfully. They seem to be doing strange Hallowed. Or at least relatively strange Hallowed in my brain. Ribbon Dancer goes. We get 2 more of these. We punch her down some more. Here we go. What is opponent doing? I don't know! It eludes me also! That's also fine. Let's just, I think, El Smacko MF, and then also we can kill her now. Let's just get her, I think, out of the way, and then we can open attack with multiple cannons, because yes, and then we'll also, you're at 6 of 2, you're gonna give me a little bit of lifesteal. We can get the attack before the Abyssal Eye triggers. We'll have another lead and follow potentially on their turn for cannon action. And that's all doing good. Okay, that's great. We also have a counterspell, always useful, though right now we know for a fact that they do only have units. There's an aloof travelers. You go for sure, you go for sure. You can go. Honestly, the 2-1 can go as well because we're getting an aloof travelers anyway. We are not overfilling hand. No, we aren't. We're close though. We are close, but it's fine. That's lethal.
Be aware the shoals.
That's not lethal. We can, however, just kill a whole bunch of shit. We're at 18 HP. Oh, we're also planting puff caps. He still does that on top of everything else. We could also blade dance if we wanted to, and then recast. Eternal Dancers is not going to save you, most probably. What can I do for the maximum amount of damage right now? I mean, actually, stunning both. Let's stun both, and then get the lead and follow going, and that should be enough. That should be lethal, because they cannot avoid the flawless duet blade dance in that case, because we know that they only have units, so they're dead. Fuck yeah, we did it! They probably know, too, because I'm stunning everything. They can probably sense it from afar. Yeah, even if they had attacked with that MF that turn, it would have been worse for us, and it probably, I am, to be fair, just kind of sitting on a wallop that doesn't help me right now. It wouldn't have mattered hugely. At least I don't think it would have mattered hugely in that case. And then we flawless duet, and they fucking die to blades. Yes? Yes. Did it! Beat the MF Alawi Gwen! See, I just needed something like slightly off the beaten meta path. Still meta champions at some point in their lives. But not enough to get around my Timo Cannon goodness. Fuck yeah, we did it! Alright, we've got one more deck here submitted by Adalal. If I'm again pronouncing that at all correctly. And we're gonna go take that in, and then I think I'm gonna head out for the evening and eat dinner and all that, you know, all that good stuff. Okay. I have been told that this is an easy climb for Diamond Master, so if any of you are interested in that as a deck, I have been informed. Do you have any good Bard decks for Standard? Good Bard decks for Standard. Oh, there was a Bard deck that I saw running around for a little bit that I forget what was the pairing. It was like Bard... It's Bard and something else that I didn't expect as much. Much love to you too, Scorpy. Yeah, what was... I'm gonna import this first, but yeah, there was a Bard deck. It wasn't Bard Kale, because that kind of went through the ringer already. It was Bard something else, and I can't actually remember what it was. Just roll for Golden Ambassador. Oh, for the buffs. Gotcha, gotcha. Bard Vlad, Bard Shen, Bard Nora. That's what I think it was. I think it was Bard Nora because you'd synergize with the boons. That one's been played a lot though. Bard Zed, yeah, Bard Zed was definitely a thing for a little while. Bard Vlad. I didn't know Bard Vlad was a thing, but if it is, I would recommend that one for maximum fun. Maybe not maximum wins, because Vlad is still not reworked, but entertainment for sure. Yeah, okay. High rolling their pants off. Bilgewater, Shurima. It should be here, yes. Let's take a look. The list, oh, vulnerable, yeah. Buried Armory, Exhaust, Forsaken Bakai, Shapestone, Treasure Seeker, Preservarium, Rockhopper, Ruthless Predator, Chamber of Renewal, Curse of the Tomb, which doubles on Overwhelm, Unraveled Earth, Golden Ambassador, Renekton, and Rite of Negation. So we only have Renekton. We only have Renekton, and I will definitely not ever hit the list on top of the Golden Ambassador. Hey, it's Floop! Good morning! Hello! It's not. Built into the theory pre-nerf Bard will make any champs playable and make playable champs broken. Unfortunate. Bard's nerf definitely hurt him a lot. Like, I think Bard honestly, like, kind of deserved the nerf. But as a Bard fan, I was very sad that his planting got slowed down by a smidgen. We want Renekton things. What's like a Renekton-esque board? Not many of these, to be honest. We can give him the Magma Chamber of Death. That's reasonably Renekton, right? Bard Maokai is a thing, though? Was it Bard Maokai that I saw? That actually rings a slight bell, so it might have been that one. Might have been that one. But yeah, I just gotta not pull the list on the Golden Ambassador. Yeah, the Buried Armory makes sense. That's Teemo Zoe, which are ideally small snacks for Renekton. Ideally, they are small snacks for Renekton. That's actually the curve that I want. Miraculously, that's the curve that I actually want. Okay. Because then I can go 3-4 Renek. That's alright. It's Bar Garen, but it takes a specific type of player to enjoy elites like you! I'm a mono white player from Magic, so I do understand the impulse. For sure. It's just like, it just has to say this has stats, and then you win, because stats! Buried Armory is incoming. That's fantastic. Okay. There's an Ismuse. Here's the Nexus damage. I mean, yeah, hypothetically I should be able to eat small elusives for breakfast, but it's gonna run away with the game somehow, I just know. You've played against a Bard Shen player in the open? How did you feel it was doing? Or how did you feel going up against it? Also, their Teemo Mastery is small. Your Teemo Mastery is small and pathetic and not as big as it could be. Enjoy the concept of stat checking the opponent over and over again. Center mono white player, you play mono white control. That is also fair enough. You 2-0 with a 3 Warden of the Tribes deck lineup? Okay, fair enough. Also, fuck yeah, I'm glad Warden of the Tribes is seeing someone use it. Yeah, so I'm going to not top deck Renekton, and I'm not going to interact with the Bilgewater card. Yes, Golden Ambassador. Because I have the Ruthless Predator in hand. It's so good if it works. It's gonna work. It worked! Incredible. I actually got it. Okay, let's open attack. That's the Celestial Blessing. Understandable. Have a nice day. I'm still swinging at your nose. It worked for once? Yeah. Golden Ambassador didn't fucking fail me this time. Okay. I'm taking a lot of elusive damage. This is not so good. But hopefully, a spell shieldy Renekton will be able to do many things, and it does not get Moonglow ever. It doesn't get Moonglow. Don't do it. I just need you to not do it. I mean, we can take Esmus in that case. Stop hitting me with a 7/7 also. Ah, that's good. That's nice. I love that. That's wonderful. Ah, it's an 8/7 though, which is a lot. So worst case scenario, I do just take Esmus. But they are also healing, which is a bit of an annoying. So you're at most, it's +4, right? It's getting +4, and they're at 15. 14. They're at 14. They decided to not buff the Healy. I don't know what's happening. Now they're still not buffing the Healy. No, they're buffing the Healy with the Zulani. Okay, they've got it. They figured it out, folks! They're going to go up to 15 now, which means Lethal is rapidly but escaping me a little bit. Just find double Curse of the Tomb and nuke their pants off. I do need... a Curse of the Tomb would actually do a lot here, for sure. There's one in the deck. That's a Chamber Renewal. It's not quite it, but I understand. Thank you. I think in the name of science and also not dying to the next turn, we just kind of have to dump everything that we've got. I don't live through the next turn. Yeah, I don't live through the next turn. They have minimum. They have 9 damage currently. It's going to be +2. So they're going to go up to 11. And I'm at 7 HP. Don't moonglow it. Don't you fucking dare moonglow it. I did open myself up to that, to be fair. We might want to take the 0-2 anyway. So he's just the biggest threat currently. I mean, they are also going to have Zalani. They can also just buff the 3-4 to be lethal. That's a 9-9. You, for some reason, don't think I have Ruthless Predator, which I'm actually surprised by. Yeah, the problem is I just hand them Zalani. Because it's already on her. Yeah, we're gonna die to Zalani. We are just barely too slow for this elusive deck in particular.
No rest, no surrender.
Down to 3 if they don't tank any of this, or if they tank all of it. So no, you can just tank it. You have a win condition. You have a win condition. I mean, to be fair, they still have it, I guess, but they didn't need to do that. There's the Buried Armory, all their landmarks. I mean, we have a second Golden Ambassador to try this shit again. But we shouldn't get the opportunity to do that. My mind is blown! Oh, it's 8. It's not, they 7. It's not, fuck, I'm also miscounting. They still have 1 on his turn. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. I, for some reason, thought they had it for sure. They don't. They do have that, though, which is lethal, so it's, who gives a shit? We're still too slow because of all of the chimes that they've cast so far. Yeah, for some reason I was miscounting and thought they had 8. Yeah. This is not gonna do well versus things that they could just kind of ignore us entirely. This feels a lot like the Caitlyn Akshan deck that I was trying to run earlier. If we want not elusives, and we don't want late game, we want like a nice, reasonable mid-range that we can fucking go over. That's Rumble Vayne. We're probably gonna struggle versus Rumble. We are probably gonna struggle versus the Rumble. So we have this to find Golden, we have Buried Armory, we have Rockhopper, we have one less list to fuck with my allegiance. Chamber of Renewal also works, but we do actually kind of want the Golden Ambassador first. Bard Zed, now you want to build Bard Zed again. It was your second real deck you ever made, the first being Jin Annie. Oh, that's kind of great, actually. 2.
If it's made of sand,
Yeah, I actually played Bard Zed for a little bit, when it first became big and Bard was released. I think I ended up dropping it at some point, like when I hit Plat and Standard, because I was like, it's fine, but it's not. I was starting to struggle with it a little bit, but it was fucking fun. Having giant Navori Highwaymen and that they can't do anything about the Navori Highwaymen is hilarious. Bane soon? 6 mana with a Buried Armory. We get a fucking surrender. Well, we're gonna do that one more time, because technically that's a win, but it's not. I didn't earn that whatsoever. So we're gonna try once more. We're gonna try that once more. I'm going to count that as like a win for the deck in general, and I'm just gonna play it one more time to see if we can actually get a Renekton to happen one more time. Because I didn't mulligan as aggressively as I should have there. It's like, I can find it. Did not find it, unfortunately. That's the Darius skin. I have not seen the Darius skin in ages. Good Darius skinning over there, sir. I also, we fit Golden Ambassador, fuck yeah. He does look good. He does look good. Vladimir playing Darius. Oh yeah, I just noticed. A little bit of a disconnect happening there for sure. At least we have the hand. Some of the hand. Now we just need chamber. It's found Renekton. Fuck you, Renekton. Now we desperately need buried armor to get some stuff out of the buffing. But we're fine. That's a Yeti.
Hands make quick.
That's unfortunate. Ooh, they didn't attack. Actually would have been some damage for them, so I'm a little surprised they didn't. This looks like maybe a Scargrounds deck, I guess?
Steady now.
It's like, I could be Scargrounds or something else. I don't know why they aren't blocking with their 1/2. Do you not want the 5/5? It's a 1 mana 5/5. You can't beat that value in today's economy. Come on now. That's a tall, is this Abominable Guardian Darius? This is totally Abominable Guardian Darius. I'm honestly impressed. There's a Curse of the Tomb. Okay, fair enough. Understandable. Have a nice day. Once they played the Yearling. Yeah. I should have figured out when they cast it and they didn't kill it. They do have one too, unfortunately for us. So we're also probably not gonna fare extraordinarily well versus this. We did hit a 6/6 Renekton though, at least, which means we might be able to argue with one of those Yetis that is vulnerable. Plus we have the Ruthless Predator in hand. That's the Trefarian Assessor already getting very good value. Already getting good fucking value for sure. My blocks are unfortunate regardless. I trade with the 5/3 into the 3/1 or the 3/2 and it doesn't really matter too much. Shockingly, the Allegiance Lady hits again. I know! She's working! I don't know what universe I've stumbled into, but it's a good one! It's one that I like! Yeah, sure. Okay, don't... Okay, that's fine. We're killing a Yet. I should have killed both Yets. I should have killed both Yets. I didn't kill both Yets. That's my problem. I have so many Ruthless Predators. Hopefully we can take the 5/5 next turn though, but they're gonna just generate another one. Okay, so they're just gonna have more anyway. There's a Forsaken Bakai, Exhaust, there's the list. Yeah, that's a Grant Vulnerable actually. Can we just kill them next turn? Oh, with the Curse of the Tomb. Can we just kill them with the Curse of the Tomb? Because this is +2. So that makes it or +4 rather, so that makes it 10. Doubled to 20, minus the Yearling HP. I mean, assuming they don't have a Frostbite, right? Because I'm assuming they probably do. I do also have 3 Ruthless Predators in the back that I can use here. Maybe it's Freljord Frostbite exists. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's give it vulnerable first, because then the Renekton will +2 itself to 16, and then we have Shapestone and 3 Ruthless Predators to retaliate with, and then, or actually we have less because of the curse. Don't think they would run anything else. Probably just 3 sisters. Fair. So we Curse of the Tomb, the Yearling, and then Prey, right? Vulnerable, then listed for the free attack. Yeah, but this way I can bank spells so they don't actually know that I'm trying to hit for lethal. Might be an Entomb or something like that. They currently summon 1 more. Then I think we just Shapestone on top of it. Because, I mean, it also doesn't matter. Because if they have a Frostbite, we are kind of fucked anyway. That looks like a Harsh Winds or something. That is a Bloody Business and a Brutal Skirmish, which also work, to be fair. Those are not the spells I expected, but I cannot buff his HP further, so he dies to that anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you're right about it. Just attack with a 2-1 if you do shit. What does the 2-1 help with? Nothing, right? Because they would just put the 5-5 in front of it. Because the damage from the 2-1 would never have resolved before the damage from the strike spells. I guess we could have summoned a Sandstone Charger, but yeah, I mean, I personally would not have responded to the 2-1 in any particular way if I had been facing that attack. The strike spells, I think, should have been enough and were enough in this case. Renekton level. He did level, that is true. Like, yeah, I personally wouldn't have bothered with, like, thinking about Spakai at all. Like, it's just 2 damage. We'd either completely fucking ignore it, or it's not worth a strike. Plus with the, show lethal with the 2-1. I just don't think it's a relevant point of damage. They will fuck up. People are bad at this game. Maybe I've been playing in Diamond too much, but, like, it doesn't matter. And so it's just kind of like, I'm not gonna give a shit about it. I'm not gonna give about something that's irrelevant. Like, it should be irrelevant, like, it's probably not irrelevant because you're right that people play badly. But at the same time, I'm not gonna try to take advantage of that. That just seems stupid to me. Or, like, just not productive for anybody in particular. Now do you frostbite it? Ooh, now you apprehend it, except we do this, so we counterspell your apprehend. So you need another one of those. You also used your action for that, so we're gonna give that. We're gonna give vulnerable. We're gonna pull that shit. You gave me a GG emote, and that might have been your fucking mistake. Now do you have the frostbite? You have another bloody business, which is not that. And keep mana open, threaten lethal. Yeah, but again, in the face of strikes and frostbites, it doesn't matter. I think it's just that if they have things, it's not going to change the outcome significantly. I don't think the player behavior was as important there, to be fair. But I could also be entirely wrong about that. They drew the exact same combo again. They drew the exact same combo again. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I'm just writing this one off to RNG, because we should have had that one at this point. They just managed to pull 2 skirmishes and 2 bloody businesses out of all of their draws. Yeah, that one's just RNG, honestly. We almost had it. We almost had it. I personally don't think it's a super important player behavior difference there, but I see your point. It's just not how I think of the combat turns, personally. Is that a skill difference? Maybe, but I'll figure out eventually. Vladimir is kind of good at this game. Vladimir is apparently just fucking killing it. And also just high-rolling his ass off. High-rolling his ass off for sure. Anyway, that was our last deck submission of the day. So I think I'm actually going to leave it there for now. Thank you all for joining the stream. One quick announcement. If you are interested in a free build prized tournament, we'll be hosting the next World Cup Series tournament on July 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We just put up 2 different deck building conditions for a vote in the Discord. In my Discord, there's a chat command for it if you are interested. And basically your options are 100 card singleton in free build, or 40 card 5+ mana cost in free build mode. This will be the same format as our last tournament, with manual bans and the mods managing those, because there isn't a best of 3 option for free build, even though you can build those decks and bring them into 1v1 matches. So don't forget to check that out. Sign up if you're interested. The registration should be up tomorrow once that's figured out. Also, Adalal and Medlab, thank you for the follows. Appreciate the support for the stream. There'll also be a 2-year streaming celebration event, and also a community celebration thing that I'm doing next Sunday. So in exactly a week from now, there will be a community event where there'll be some horror streams, Q&As, viewer games to play with the chat, and also some surprises and giveaways and stuff. So that's next Sunday. The tournament is on July 2nd, the Sunday after. Free build, prized, sign up. Those announcements are coming soon. If you want to vote on the deck building conditions, check out the Discord. I think that's all for announcements on my end, so I'm gonna go find somebody else to raid out to. And thank you all again for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed the content today, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time for more of the chilling and hanging out and the talking about how salty I am about plays that are completely reasonable for my opponents. But I am a salty hoe bitch. So let's see here. Legends of Runeterra. Wow, the category is quiet. Holy shit. All right. Well, there's one person who seems to be streaming in English. So we'll go check them out. Here we go. Makes my job fucking easier if there's only like 5 people. Okay. Anyway, thank you all for joining the stream. I wish you a great rest of your evening or time zone or wherever you are, and hope to see you again in a future stream. Don't forget to check out the tournament and events and stuff. They're all on the Twitch schedule as well if you're wondering when the fuck things are happening. Bye, Internet! Thank you all again!